warning is clear. Our streets don't feel British, and the end's drawing near. They divided the right, while the numbers kept rising. Time to stop the talking. It's time for deciding. Join Restore, or be no more. Join Restore, or be no more. Stand up together, fight for our shore. Join Restore, or be no more. Millions must go, send them back where they came. You must speak English, we don't care for the game. No more excuses, speak English again. Learn our traditions, don't force us to learn yours. Respect our culture, or head straight for the doors. This is Britain, we don't bow to foreign laws. Join Restore, or be no more. Join Restore, or be no more. Stand up together, fight for our shore. Join Restore, or be no more. No more grooming gangs, no more two-tier rules, no more foreign flags flying over our schools. Put Britain first, protect our kids and our land. If you won't stand with us, then you don't understand. From the 4 nations, one people, one flag in the sky. No more division, it's do or it's die. No more talking, no more fear. The hour is late, and the moment is here. Join Restore, or be no more. Join Restore, or be no more. Millions must go, send them back to the shore. You must speak English, or you're out the door. Join Restore, or be no more. Join Restore, or be no more.
They locked us down where the freedom once shone. In our own green land, now the rights are all gone. They said we're safe, but the borders are wide, while our streets fill up with the waves of the tide. We're not criminals, we're the sons of this soil, yet they call us bigots when we dare to recall. From London to Belfast, the same old refrain. They sell out our future for globalist gain. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the Antrim Hills, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, let me show them my flag. Let the pipes play the old tunes our fathers once sang. Open the gates, let us stand once again as free men of Britain, defending our land. Cut off the winter fuel, left the older ones to freeze, while hotels shine bright for the boats on the breeze. Two-tier justice, two-tier rules, they protect the invaders, but chain up the few. Our kids can't afford them in the towns where they grew, but the checks keep going to the ones passing through. No more surrender, no more shame, we're rising again in our Union Jack lies proud and free. So strike up the drum, let me shoulder my flag. Let the pipes play the old tunes our fathers once sang. Open the gates, let us stand once again as free men of Britain, defending our land. They call us far right, they smear and they lie, but the truth is in the streets, you can see it in our eyes. We've seen the betrayal, we felt the cold hand of leaders who sold out our once proud land. So raise up the banner, shout out the call, for Britain undivided, we'll never fall. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the snow-dome peaks, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, let me shoulder my flag. Let the pipes play the old tunes our fathers once sang. Open the gates, let us stand once again as free men of Britain, defending our land. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind on the auction boards, free as the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the Union Jack flies proud and free. So strike up the drum, shoulder the load for the land of our fathers. Down the long road, no surrender, no chains, no more lies. We're the free men of Britain, under our skies.
Haven't had a whiskey for ages.
Where the red hand flies through the streets of the Shankill under loyal skies. The city stands defiant, loyal and true. The city of my heart, I bleed red, white and blue. In County Antrim with the glen so green and grand, the giant's causeway carved by nature's hand. From Lord to Carrickfergus along the wild coast road, Antrim's rugged beauty is a glory to behold. Hey, Ulster, Ulster, the land that I love, from Larne to Newry and the hills above, through the wind and the rain, through the fire and the flood, I stand by Ulster till they lay me in the mud. In County Down, where the morns rise proud and high, and the Ards Peninsula meets the sea and sky. From Bangor to Newry, the beauty never fades. County Down, sweet County Down, where my heart was made. In County Armagh, where the orchards bloom so fair, full blossom country with fragrance in the air. From Portadown to the ancient cathedral town, Armagh stands proud beneath the Raghan crown. In County Londonderry, with the Foyle flowing wide, the ancient walls of Derry standing tall with pride. From Coring to the shores where the wild wind's blown, Londonderry's loyal heart beats steady and strong. Hey! Ulster, Ulster, the land that I love, from Larne to Newry and the hills above, through the wind and the rain, through the fire and the flood, I stand by Ulster till they lay me in the mud. Bye. County Fermanagh, with lakes so calm and wide, and his skillen stands proudly by the waterside. The river Erne flows gentle through this peaceful scene. Fermanagh's tranquil beauty feels like heaven to me. In County Tyrone, where the Spurns roll and rise, heather-covered mountains reach up to the skies. From Omagh to Strabane, the heartland strong and bold, Tyrone's loyal spirit can never be sold. No matter how far I wander, no matter where I roam, a listener always calls me, this is my home. From Carrickfergus to the hills of Tyrone above, no surrender ever, 'tis blood runs deep and true. Ulster forever, I belong to you.
Have it again, Kev. Have it again, Kev. Beautiful.
I met a girl named Mary, quiet fire in her eyes. She wore a sorrow softly, hidden under careful lies. She was my best friend's woman, but he never treated her right. In the silence of the shadows, we found our little light. But I still love Mary, though the years have slipped away. Her touch still haunts my heartbeat, her smile still shades my day. We danced in stolen hours, where dreams refuse to die. And even now when I close my eyes, she's standing by my side. We met beneath the moonlight, spoke the truths we couldn't fake. Her laughter warmed the hollow parts, the ones he used to break. Our love was wild and electric, like thunder in our veins. But time ain't kind of hearts that burn against their chains. Yes, I still love Mary, through the silence and the storm. Though sickness came and dimmed her light, her memory keeps me warm. We parted not in anger, but by fate's own quiet hand. And every night I dream he's near, like footprints in the sand. She said, don't cry when I am gone, just live the love we knew. But I ache with every sunset, and mornings still feel blue. I tried to keep on walking, tried to leave the past behind. Mary lives in every road I take, inside my mind. Still I love you, Mary, in the echoes of the night, in every song, in every breath. Your name still feels so right.
Though life has moved without you, I've never moved alone. You were the truth inside the pain, the soul inside the song. I still love Mary. I still love Mary. I still love Mary. And I always will. Low bells over London ring, flags hang heavy in the grave. The choir hums beneath the stones where old kings sleep and children pray. I don't believe in England anymore, not the way I did before, when every street had names we knew and every field had something true. I see our children bow their heads, learning fear where dreams once spread, told to whisper, told to hide what burns like fire deep inside. The church bells fade beneath the noise, and common folk have lost their voice. The heart, the home, the village green feel like ghosts of what has been. We are told our grief is wrong, that silence is where we belong. But words chained down beneath the floor come back as thunder evermore. And if the crown of oak should fall, who will answer, who will call? When truth is weighed and judged as crime, who will stand in broken times? England rise beneath the storm, from the ash be newly born, not in hatred, not in fear, but in the heart still beating here. England, hear your people cry. Underneath this iron sky, we will not kneel, we will not fade. We are the vows our fathers made. The halls of power shift and scheme, selling fragments of a dream. The lines redrawn and promises thin, mandates riding on the wind. No one listened to the plea, no one asked what we could see. Yet every door and every lane still remembers England's name. We are not mobs, we are not blind, we are the ones they left behind. Mothers waiting, fathers worn, workers tired and children born. We ask for justice, law and light, for open speech and equal rights, for leaders bound to serve, not reign, for truth to walk the streets again. And if they mock the songs we sing, let the bells of morning ring, for nations do not die in night, while one brave heart still guards the light. England rise beneath the storm, from the ash be newly born, not in hatred, not in fear, but in the heart still beating here. England, hear your people cry. Underneath this iron sky, we will not kneel, we will not fail. We are the vows our fathers made. Bring back the courage, bring back the flame, bring back the honor of England's name. Not by the sword and not by the chain, but by the truth in the England, hear your people cry. Underneath this iron sky, we will not kneel, we will not fade. We are the vows our fathers made. I don't believe in England anymore, but I still hear her at the door, calling softly through the rain. Believe in me and build again. We are the vows our fathers made. I don't believe in England anymore, but I still hear her at the door, calling softly through the rain. Believe in me and build again. Sy het alleen geloop in die stad se lig, 'n wêreld apart waar drome nie verrig. Hy het haar van oorkant die straat gesien, 'n liefde buite bereik, soos 'n verre visioen.
Maar iets in haar oë het hy verstaan, 'n vonk wat fluister, ek behoort aan jou voortaan. Tog het vrees hulle vas laat staan.
Bang om te wys, bang om op te gaan. 'n Liefde buite bereik in verskillende wêrelde, maar iets tussen hulle het stadig ontvou. 'n Geheim bewaar, 'n versteekte vlam. In die skadu speel hulle dieselfde spel saam.
Sy dwaal deur die skare in die nag se lig, haar hart vol pyn, maar dit wys nie op haar gesig.
Hy volg stil weg, net 'n tree agteraan. Sy hart klop vinnig soos 'n lied wat wil ontstaan.
Maar iets in haar oë het hy verstaan, 'n vonk wat fluister, ek behoort aan jou voortaan. Tog het vrees hulle vas laat staan.
Bang om te wys, bang om op te gaan. 'n Liefde buite bereik in verskillende wêrelde, maar iets tussen hulle het stadig ontvoer. 'n Geheim bewaar, 'n versteekte vlam. In die skadu speel hulle dieselfde spel saam.
Sy gee 'n tree vorentoe.
I haven't got a clue what the fuck you were talking about, street bacon. You got quite a few. How have you been treated? To be honest, I don't give a fuck what goes on inside your head. I really don't. If you don't like it, get out of the room. Yeah. And if people want to go with you, they're free to do that. No one dragged you in, yeah? I don't know what you're talking about. You texted Joe to say about this. Well, do it. Do what you fucking like. I'm not in the mood for you. I advise you now to drop it. I'll talk to whoever it was you're on about and find out. You're obviously not banned because you're texting now. I don't. You are, use a ban. I'll show you what a ban is like. That's what a ban is like. I don't take kindly to threats or because someone fetches a few people here. That don't mean jack shit to me. My message is more important. They either like my message or don't give a shit what they think about me as a person. Not one bit do I give a shit. Phew. Anyhow, that's that dealt with. Interrupting my music? Puh.
Hy reik uit na haar sonder enige vrees meer.
En in daardie oomblik het hulle gevind
'n liefde wat lank reeds losgebind. 'n liefde buite bereik in verskillende wêrelde. Maar iets tussen hulle daar is ontvou. 'n geheim bewaar, 'n versteekte vlam. In die skadu speel hulle dieselfde spel saam. In die stad se lig het hulle hul pad gevind.
De liefde buite bereik, nou vir altyd verbind. Lying lonely in my bed tonight, moonlight dancing on the wall. Every shadow whispers your name so soft, I can almost feel your call. Silence wraps around my heart, but in my dreams you're close to me. Your breath is warm against my skin, just the way it's meant to be. Every second we're apart feels like a lifetime in the dark. Hold me tight, my love, don't ever let me go. Kiss me slowly like the world is moving slow. Keep me safe inside your arms forevermore. Never let me walk alone outside your door. Love me always, promise we will never part. Seal it with a kiss and guard my heart. Hold me till the morning light and never let me go. I think about your gentle touch, the way you trace my face, the way your fingers find my hand like they've memorized the place. Every kiss so soft and deep sets my restless soul at ease. When you whisper that you're mine, it's the sweetest melody. Every heartbeat calls your name, burning like an endless flame. Hold me tight, my love, don't ever let me go. Kiss me slowly like the world is moving slow. Keep me safe inside your arms forevermore. Never let me walk alone outside your door. Love me always, promise we will never part. Seal it with a kiss and guard my heart. Hold me till the morning light and never let me go.
Magic.
If tomorrow fades away and the stars forget to shine, I'll still be wrapped inside your love, with your lips pressed close to mine. Forever isn't long enough when I'm lying by your side.
Agreed,
So
Kenny.
kiss me
Agreed.
soft and hold me close.
We're having Mark Collett on
Be
soon.
my heart, my guide. Hold me tight, my love, don't ever let me go. Kiss me slowly like the world is moving slow. Keep me safe inside your arms forevermore. Never let me walk alone outside your door. Love me always, promise we will never part. Seal it with a kiss and guard my heart. Hold me till the morning light. Never let me go. Kiss me slow, my darling.
Yeah,
Hold me close forever.
I remember
Your
that.
arms is where I stay now and always. Together
I love these songs, guys. I love these songs, but let me show you what we've got now. Right. You know about this. This is our gimbal. Yeah. We've got an old phone. It's a Pixel 6, but as you said, the images from it seem to be good, more than good enough. And if it gets stolen, so what? It's not the end of the world if I lose the phone. Got this strap on the bottom so they can't steal that. I've got, what else have I got? I've got my helmet inside, just in case I have to nod off the old bottle or something. And today, I was worried reading about how quick the power goes on your phone when you're videoing live. So I got this. Cool, huh? It's really heavy. Good weapon. What's so cool about this? I can have it in my backpack, which you've seen. And I can run the cable straight into my phone to keep the phone charged up. I hurt my finger with it earlier on, actually. Go on. Yeah. Battery there. See? Got to charge it up. It's really heavy. I can't remember how much it was. I've never looked at prices. I always get what's good for the job, and this is good for the job. I can charge 2 laptops. I don't take my laptop, but any of my comrades need their phones charged super fast. It's got 2 high-speed cables. This is a cable. So I've got the tools for the job. All I have to do now is get the lights fixed on the car. Put some oil and stuff in it, and we can go anywhere we like. In the nighttime as well, other than just driving around in the daytime. But I'm quite looking forward to Sunday. I got to tell myself that. To go outside will be an awfully big adventure. Yeah, I'm getting ready, Kirsty. I'm really getting ready. I don't know where I'm going to go altogether, but I'm going to go somewhere. It's going to be my last huzzah these next 2 years or 3 years. Thank God Rupert Lowe came. I really did feel like a rebel without a cause. I told you I was never enamored with Advanced UK and just never felt close to it. The groups that they had, I joined them. They were nice people, don't get me wrong, but they weren't my kind of people. They were nice, but I'm used to being around people with a bit more spirit in them. That's why I think I get on so well with the Ulster people. because they've got spirit. That's why I love the Ulster people. I will. If I can get there, I will. I promise you. 13th of June. Yeah, I'll come if I can get there. I'll go anyway. Anyway. If it's worthwhile. I don't know how far it is, but if I can get the car done, I'll go. Well, I'm going to get the car done because I'm going to go to Nottingham and Makerfield, so that's the end of it. Right. I'm going to interview people, ask them why they support Restore Britain. I'm going to talk to the activists and ask them why they're there. I talked to the leftists if I thought I could get any sense out of them. I'm definitely going to go and video GST when he goes off on one, because he's the guy. Nottingham demo, did you say? Well, they have one every week, don't they, the left, do the fake Palestinians or wherever, and GST likes to go there and wind them up. I just figured it would be a good one for me to cut my teeth on, but it seems I'll be going to Southampton, but a vigil's a bit different to a demo, isn't it? A little bit different. But I'm ready for either. Ready. Yeah, GST goes most weekends. And, right. Now, I wonder if I haven't had enough to drink yet to ask Kirsty to have a dance with me. Wife bought back 3 bottles of whiskey for me. Very weak. 2 parts water, 1 part whiskey. 1 double whiskey and 2 parts water. Is that? Okay, glad you told me that. I'd be up there on my own. Right, let's get back to our song. Too early to ask Kirsty for a dance.
Hold me close, don't let me go. Tell my heart you love me so. Underneath the stars above, we're just kids in crazy love. When I see your smiling face, my whole world just falls in place. Every little touch you show sets my teenage heart aglow. I dream of you each night. Everything feels so right when you whisper low. Baby, don't you know, in your arms so tight, it feels so right. We could stay like this forevermore. Shaboom, shaboom, my heart's in flight, dancing in the pale moonlight. You're the girl that I adore. Oh, hold me close, don't let me go. Our love's what the whole town's talking for. Neon lights in the rain at night seem to call out your name. Teeny bop discs on the jukebox spinning, the whole place feels the same. Echoes of the sweet slow song drift along the avenue. Every record crackles soft, but all I hear is you. When you take my hand, baby, I understand. This is more than a summer flame. We'll never be the same. In your arms so tight, it feels so right. We could stay like this forevermore. Shaboom, shaboom, my heart's in flight, rocking through the night. You're the girl that I adore. Oh, hold me close, don't let me go. Our love's what the whole town's cheering for.
Yeah.
write
it's
our
okay.
names on the bleachers
120.
after the game. Pinky swear we'll never part. You got my jacket and my heart. Even when the summer's gone, we'll keep dancing to our song, young and wild and free. Just you and me. And your arms so tight, it feels so right. We could stay like this forevermore. Just boom, shaboom, my heart's in fire, dancing neon like the door. Hold me close, don't let me go. Teenage love like never before. Hold me close, don't let me go. Tell my heart you love me so. Sha-la-la, we'll always know. Neon hearts in the rain will glow.
Beautiful.
Doo-wah, doo-wah, doo-wah. Sha-la-la by the moonlight blue. Doo-wah, doo-wah.
I was looking for an image of Mary, the young lady, well, lady now, not so young, that Kev made that song about, I Still Love Mary. And I found an old image of me from 31 years ago. 31 years ago. I can't believe it. It only seems like a couple of years ago. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see what I was doing 31 years ago? Just wait for the lad, see if anybody wants to see the image. I'm going to show you at any rate, regardless of what you say. Go get it, GA. Now, where did I put it? You forgot already, haven't you? I'm looking for it. Not there. Was it in there? No. Well, of course, you've lost it. Ah, not that one. No, go away. How's the baby being born? I'm going to play that song while I see if I can find it.
I'll be back when my training's through. Don't turn the light on tonight. You stood upstairs so still and small, with my photograph against your shawl. The street lamp painted silver rain on the depot window pane. I saw your hand begin to rise, a trembling star beneath the skies. I climbed aboard the driver's side and the wheels began to cry. I pressed my palm against the glass, praying this pain would hurry past. You waved until I slipped from view, and all my dreams stayed there with you. Don't turn the light on at midnight when the bus rolls down the line. Away from the shadows, my baby, and I'll keep your love with mine. Don't let that lamp say goodbye now, or let the moonlight do it right. I'll be back when my training's through. Don't turn the light on tonight. At Rosie's Diner, booth for two, you dropped a nickel like we used to do. The jukebox hummed our favorite tune, and you danced alone beneath the moon. Sha-la-la, you held my friend. Do I whispered out my name? Every month, every lonely day, that old song helped you wait. Letters came with army stamps, dusty.
That's what I was doing 31 years ago. Hot dogging in a catamaran, and this was the Anglo-Portuguese news. That's the back page. I was on the front page. 17th of the 6th, 95. Hot dogging in catamaran is to Britain's speciality. Britain's Paul Morris and Alex McCann were the first to complete successfully the course of the new Qashqai Hobbycat Catamaran Sailing School. The pair received their internationally recognized certificates last Friday, and it says where he was. Alex worked at the embassy. I was a consultant for Eagle Star or Vida Life, as they were in Portugal. Once I had my certificate, I could take one of the other catamaran out, Martin. He was Dutch. What a fabulous guy. Used to go sailing with him all the time. We become big friends. He almost cried when I left Portugal. The ladies loved him. The ladies really loved him. He wasn't a womanizer, though. He was a guy. He didn't drink. I used to drink like a fish. Alex was married to an American woman, a born-again Christian. She was something else. Yeah, those were good days. The embassy, the boys from NATO were out there. Yeah, NATO was out there. When my parents came out, they had a wonderful time out there. Wonderful time. I tried to keep up my catamaran sailing when I come back to this country, but they kind of fast and you need a lot of thing. And I was far away from the sea. The nearest place was a lake, Langos Lake. And they had lots of dinghy sailing on there, but they wouldn't let me put a catamaran on there because of the speed they travel. You should have a look at the Hobbycat catamaran. Still got scars on my hand where capsized once and the wire burnt into my hand. Used to be a bit of an action boy back in the day. Oh dear. Oh well, go away.
I hear our jukebox in every song. Then summer folded into fall. Leaves went dancing by your wall. One bright morning, skies turned blue, and that greyhound brought me home to you. Now turn the light on at sunrise, let it shine across the room. I'm stepping off with open arms, and my heart is marching home to you. Turn every lamp on, my baby, let the whole street see it bright. I came back like I promised you. After all those lonely midnight. Midnight's gone, sha-la-la. We made it on, do-up. Love stayed true. I came marching home to you. Ooh, sha-la-la, the evening glow. Down where the river. The old lion stood firm when the sirens would wail. Never give in without fail. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the fields. We shall never surrender, no matter what yields. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. He meant every word, no shadow of regret. This was their finest hour, he said through the night. And the people believed him, he gave us the light. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we need you to know. He carried our hope when the world was afraid. You promised us change, then let that hope fade. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. If you're going through hell, keep going, he'd say. While the cities were burning, he showed us the way. The price of greatness is responsibility. He lived every word for the nation to see. He walked through the rubble, shook hands in the street, gave courage to strangers with nothing to eat. A voice in the darkness that steadied our fears. A leader who earned every one of our cheers. But you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and the country says so. He lifted us up when the skies were all black. You took away warmth and you never gave back. You're not the old lion, we're telling you true. You're not the old lion, and we're done believing in you. You came with big promises, hope in your eyes. A new day for Britain, an end to the lies. Then winter fuel gone for the old and the cold, while Gibson free tickets and suits were your gold. The trust that we gave you has slipped through your hands. The dreams that we shared lie buried in sand. No enemy marching, no bombs in the sky. Just choices you made while the people ask why. The old lion lost once the fighting was done, but he won in the war, the hardest one. You've lost in the peace that you swore you would bring, and the silence is louder than anything. No, you're not the old lion, Sir Flip-Flop, no. You're not the old lion, and we want you to know. We stood with the old lion through fire and through pain, but we won't stand with you, not ever again. We will
will not fight on the beaches for you. We will not fight in the fields for you. We will not fight in the streets for you. We will not fight anywhere for you. You wanker!
Gilded throne, velvet seat, on streets where homeless sleep and weep. You hold the scepter, talk of grace, while shadows fall on every face. The people murmur, soft and low, of promises you let them go. But in the heart, you look away from the storm that's gathering today. Are you a king if you betray your people? When loyalty's a currency you spend, and every promise that you made is rent. Are you a king if you sit back and watch the country destroyed? When the soil is poisoned and the wells are void, and you just gaze upon the coming night. Is a broken kingdom still a monarch's right? The NHS grows, the queues grow long. You claim that nothing is going wrong. The Union Jack, it flutters high, while hunger pangs and children cry. The borders weaken one by one. The wars you started are never done. You hold the scepter, grasp the orb, as all the life begins to absorb. Are you a king if you betray your people? When loyalty's a currency you spend, and every promise that you made is rent. Are you a king if you sit back and watch the country destroyed? When the soil is poisoned and the wells are void, and you just gaze upon the coming night. Is a broken kingdom still a monarch's right? The history books will write your name, but will they speak of honest fame, or just the ruin you let stand? With a scepter held in a shaking hand, the crown can't hide the truth you've spun. The reign you've had is almost done. For a king's true power, they say, resides in the hearts of those who stand by his side. Are you a king if you betray your people? When loyalty's a currency you spent, and every promise that you made is rent. Are you a king if you sit back and watch the country destroyed? When the soil is poisoned and the wells are void, and you just gaze upon the coming night. Is a broken kingdom still a monarch's right?
We've seen our share of sorrow. Watch the night steal our tomorrow. Heard the cries from side to side. Too many hearts have broken side. From Belfast streets to Derry town. The years went up, the years came down. But here we stand, we've come this far. It's time to heal. That's who we are. It's time to come together. The herd has had its day. Let the tears of yesterday be washed away. For every soul that paid the price, let peace be our endeavor. No more walls between our hearts. It's time to come together. We've waved our flags, we've said our prayers. Oh, we've carried loss that's hard to bear. Oh, but for our wings, for what's to be, we'll build a land that's proud and free. Can't forget, but we can forgive. That's how our home begins to live. The voices gone still call us through to find a better way, me and you. It's time to come together. The herd has had its day. Let the tears of yesterday be washed away. For every soul that paid the price, let peace be our endeavor. No more walls between our hearts. It's time to come together. So take my hand, my neighbor dear. We've all shed blood, we've all shed tears. We'll sing for them, the ones we've lost. Their dreams still worth the cost. It's time to come together. A new day's breaking clear. For the love of all who came before, let's keep them near. For every life, for every tear, for every loss forever, we'll build again side by side. It's time to come together.
Hi, my friend. How you doing? Industrial nations. Let's have a sound check.
Can you hear me all right,
friend.
mate? Hang
Yes,
on.
I can.
Sounds kind of a bit funny. There we go. Sorry about that. How's it going?
I'm doing good.
Basically, I heard that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. Apologies. So Joe said I'm doing this interview today. Jump on it around 4. I was at work till 4:30, so I apologise for tuning in quite late.
Not a problem. Not a
Hang
problem.
on, sound's gone off. What's going on?
No,
here?
you're good. You're good, Industrial. You're good.
One sec, mate.
It was a good show. While you're doing that, I'm going to pour myself a drink. Don't let him go away, guys. Keep him there. Keep him there. Still here. I'm just pouring a drink. I haven't run away. Oh. Too much water last time. Are you back, my friend? Oh, we lost him. That's a pity. It's nice to have new voices, isn't it? Nice to have new voices. Silence is golden. Yeah, gives me a chance to check up on the comments. Right, I think he might be back with a bit of luck. Well,
Yeah, sorry about that, mate.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it one little bit, my friend. I'm just glad that you might have got it sorted. I can hear you fine. Can't see you so good, though. Is that a good thing?
Yeah, sorry about that, mate. I apologise. I think I've got a little bit of a delay.
No need to apologise. Please don't apologise.
Yeah. Oh, apologies, though. In the background, I was talking to Kev, is it Kev V or Kev K? 57. So we're having a bit of a meet-up in Leicester. Just saying to people, like, basically, it's time we just did like a network event in, I decided on the Midlands because a friend of mine wants to do more demos in Leicestershire, not just Leicester. So he's thinking Loughborough. Then, whilst in the background again, I came across a Hinckley group, which is also in Leicestershire. I'm in rugby myself, so you're kind of between the East and West Midlands. So what I basically try and do is promote as many demos, especially in the Midlands, but further afield, across the UK. As long as they're Patriot demos, I don't mind so much. Generally, I'm an ethno on that, but there's not a PA demo in my local area every week.
Yeah.
So we had Nuneaton and we had Warwick, which were pretty much either side of rugby. They were quite successful. And I did ask Steve Laws at the end of it, when's the next one? Because they were successful. And he says, well, we're leafleting UTK. And I said, but that will take you, if you do one, he said in Warwick, he would do one every about 6 to 8 weeks. And the Midlands is good. That was College, sorry, he said 6 to 8 weeks. And the Midlands seems quite central. So he would do a demo every 6 to 8 weeks. And I said to him, this is Steve Laws, Mark said X. And then he goes, I'll have a word with Mark because he said about leaflets in UTK. So it might be another 6 to 8 weeks that if they do a demo in the Midlands, he might be looking at the end of July or July itself. So I thought in the meantime, well, I'll just put together a patriotic social and there's a demo afterwards in Leicester. But if people only want to come to the social, they can just come to the social. If they want to come to the demo afterwards, they can do both or neither or either, you know. Do it that way.
And what is, sorry to be ignorant, Ian, can you tell me the purpose of the demo?
Basically, there's a hotel called the High Cross Hotel. And it houses illegal immigrants. And I've been to one before. They're quite, the Leicester guys are quite in with the Nottingham guys. This is what I was mentioning in Nottingham as well, because the Nottingham guys kind of adjoined to Derby in a place called Long Eaton. So Long Eaton's every Saturday. Derby's been like, I think every other week. And the other week that they're not on was Nottingham. So that's why I was mentioning Nottingham on the 7th. So you see what I'm trying to do is trying to find out when the demos are and basically spread the demos to as many people as possible. Because I used to talk to quite a few auditors, but what I found with about half of them is, and Joe will probably agree strongly with this, is a lot of grifters, a lot are not really nationalists or patriots even. A lot are in it for the money. And one thing even the ones I like, fail to do is spread the word about any events before they happen. They don't tell you that they're going to do this demo and tell you. So it falls within a job where you're not organizing a demo, but you're not covering a demo by filming it or live streaming it. There's a bit in between where you have to network the people to find out about it.
Understood. Listen, I've just posted my email there on the screen.
Oh, let me have a look, mate. Yeah.
Okay, you can email me anytime with any event. Give me the
Yes,
details,
absolutely.
and I will make a video about it. Just give me the details, any event, any demo, anywhere,
Yes.
and I will make a video. I promise you. You have my word of honor on that. It's
Yeah,
a
that's all right.
national.
That's fine, mate. So my thinking behind it is that there will be possibly a PA demo in the Midlands. Gotcha, mate. Cheers, pal. Yeah,
Okay.
screenshotted that. Probably before July, if they're sticking to the same timetable, if they're sticking to the West Mids. But in the meantime, whether the people are, more to the ethno side or more to the civic side, there's a lot of people that can work together who are not ethnos. And in the comments about 2 hours ago, people were saying like, civs are not, they're like blocking the pipe, or that they're not really that good. Now, if you meet the right civs, you can basically organize demos and promote their demos, and they'll promote yours.
Right, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Some Civnats, they're quite good people. They generally believe that they're as patriotic as you and I, and they may well be. It's just I don't like that word ethno-nat. I've always been a British nationalist. To me, that's synonymous with being white. But I use it just so
I
people
agree.
understand.
I agree with that terminology, but the trouble is, when you're looking at it from a political science point of view, and there is the argument where if you don't believe in the ethno side of things, you're not really a nationalist. Now that's acceptable to you, me, probably Joe Marsh would agree with that as well, and a lot of other what we call ethno nationalists. But the trouble with that is, like Joe's discussed earlier, what about the SNP? What about Sinn Féin? What about Plaid Cymru? What about the England separatists? Now they're a different form of nationalism, which is effectively separatism and independence, but it's cultural. So cultural civic nationalism from that point of view is still recognized as an ideology, as a nationalism, but it's not what we would call nationalism, even though from a political science point of view it is. So it's kind of like it is and it's not, but it's who you talk to. It's a bit like when leftists use the word fascist, for example.
Yes.
It's definitions, and when you can argue on that level, you can dismiss their argument that, for example, they falsely accuse you of being a fascist. So it works. Right. It swings and roundabouts. Sometimes the political science definitions work when you can dismiss a leftist when they're on about, shall we say, calling us fascists. Because you can just say, well, I don't believe in a corporate economy or corporate government. I believe in, I don't know, something left of what's now because I want a better NHS, or for example, or something right, perhaps. But
I understand.
You can use it either way. The whole political science doctrine, because sometimes people say, "Oh, it's just too technical." But for me, it's like this is where you gauge what you're dealing with. Because if someone's just going to shout like a fascist at you, you're not going to get on with them. But what I've seen recently is there's a guy called Billy Moore, and he sat down with a Welsh guy. In fact, they call him Real John. And what is interesting is some of the leftists, although they oppose us, they actually sat down and had something called a conversation.
Right. Industrial Nations. I was contacted many years ago by a West End producer of plays, and he wanted to interview me about a play he was putting on. Whether it was put on, I don't know. Anyhow, I thought, fine. How he got my number was from I'd been doxed. But in the end, I spoke to him, and I checked up on him and his validation and that. And I said, well, before we go any further, let's see what we agree on and what we disagree on. So we spoke about the utility companies, the banking systems, and we agreed on almost everything, until we got to immigration. And that was where we went apart. Our opinions on the banking system, quantity easing, fractional reserve banking, utility companies, how the WEF works to steal the utility companies from countries. He agreed with everything. And we didn't disagree until it came to immigration. And he
That's
said, would
yeah.
him consider himself hard left. Sorry, Ian.
No, that's fine. I'm actually agreeing with you. You will find that with some of the left, like they do agree with what we would see as the most beneficial way if the states needed to intervene. So, for example, some people would want to support the renationalisation of railways, for example. Now, I'm on the fence about it, not because I don't think it's a great idea that they make profit, but some private firms do actually do a good job and are not really that expensive. But when you're looking at the market forces which have pushed up a lot of costs. So, for example, I'm going to London Saturday for a Minder reunion, if you can remember the Minder show with Dennis Waterman and
Yes, I do.
Arthur Daly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's actors from that meet for like a reunion. They also do like a Bill, a Sweeney one, for example, the same people that do that. And
I love the Sweeney.
yes, so you'll get an overlap between like Minder and the Sweeney. In fact, like George Sweeney was in both.
Yes.
Of course, Dennis Waterman sadly departed. But the fact of the cost has gone up. I can remember paying about 27 about a year or two ago. Now it's more like 35, and that doesn't include your tube. And even on one of the cheap apps, it was 14 quid to add a day card. When it used to be, I'm pretty sure, a tenner about a year ago. I think it was September last year, because I went UTK on the hope that there would be a trickle down effect. It didn't come, of course. And basically, I seem to remember paying about a tenner for a day card. Now it's 14.
Yeah.
So even with heavy subsidies to the private companies, some private or market forced, say for example transport, you can see it's too expensive with the NHS. Some private initiatives such as the PFI and PPP have come back to haunt us.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I don't. That's Blair's legacy. Is he probably messed up on 3 or 4 things: the Millennium Dome, the Iraq War, and the PPP and PFI. A lot of people can say immigration, but I mean, like, if you look at it from a kind of neutral perspective, so somebody will be pro and anti-immigration, cancel them out for now, but look at it, his legacy from a more neutral perspective, PFI and PPP, from that perspective. Even if I'm an ethno or whatever we want to call ourselves, British nationalists, I like the term British nationalist, but a lot of people go, well, are you civil? You know, what do you believe in? And they want to pinpoint you. But the fact of the matter is part of Blair's legacy was essentially to write off debt that we would pay for these days. Because we'd have to still pay off essentially like a loan of interest to the PFI and PPPs.
Yes.
So it came back to haunt us.
Big time.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. The left economically can agree with a lot with us, which would put us on the political compass, would ironically put us on what you call the authoritarian mid-left, really. If you looked at where the BNP was in the political compass, they were +8, -4. If you understand, like, where authoritarianism was like authoritarian, and you go up that axis, which was the +8, and I think it was -4, which was your economic intervention. So on the right there, you got, laissez-faire or free market capitalism. On the left, you got communism. So we would always be left economically of the centre.
Yes, true. I remember the political compass, looking at it. Yeah, that's why I laugh when they say that I'm right-wing.
Yeah, because that's your one-dimensional political spectrum. But it doesn't hold up when you start trying to incorporate economics and politics or social aspects at the same time. That's where it kind of falls apart, because what is more accurate is like politics is more horseshoe shaped rather than a linear spectrum.
Thinking. Yes.
So you see what I mean? So your right wing also becomes like left economically. It hooks round, because where National Socialism is like dominance of the free market, that there is intervention. Fascism, you could argue, is to the left of it, but it's far more authoritarian. And people would say anything authoritarian is fascist, which it's not, because fascism relies on a political and an economic system called corporatism, hence the corporate state.
It can work, actually. I think so, but I might be wrong. I like your analogy of the horseshoe. I often said that I'm so far right wing. I've gone right around to the being left wing.
That is exactly why it's horseshoe shaped. Because people say, like, if you're so far right, you become like the government intervenes in the life and the economy so much it becomes not quite communism, but it is kind of horseshoe shaped.
Yes, it is indeed. That's a great analogy. I must remember to use.
It's not mine. But it's true, you know what I mean? It's so, because people have alluded to it, but it's actually quite true. So, as you say, we have a lot in common with the left on economic issues of regards what we should own as a nation or the state.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You certainly seem to know your stuff, and judging by the fact that you're talking about going to a Minder reunion, it seems as if you've been around for a while, Ian.
I've got a younger face than my age. It's a funny thing because people think, no, you're too young to remember mine. I could just remember the red writing on the white wall, and whilst I was watching a repeat, I said, "Where's the theme tune?" Which is ironic because that's what they said in Little Britain. He does the theme tunes. You remember? He always says theme tune. You know, I was just thinking, where's the theme tune? And I think it was the opening credits. And of course, he doesn't start singing till it gets to the chorus. So that's what kind of got me into it. It's like a vague memory, and I just left it on and thought, actually, this is a bit like Only Fools and Horses. I'll keep watching it, and it was kind of like one of those things where you can't remember it clearly as a kid, but it comes back. But when you meet the kind of stars, like the second minder, Ray Daly, for example, when you meet people who've been in Bond films, John Challis's ex-wife, Boyce's ex-wife, a guy who did, that's Debbie Arnold. And you've got people like, now, do you remember the Ferrero Rocher Ambassadors ball one, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Right. This is not a joke. This guy called Jonathan Kidd, who's a voice actor, was in Minder 3 times, and he's going to be at this reunion, and I didn't get his autograph last time, so this time I do. And he literally did the voiceover for that Ambassador's Ball advert.
Talking about some of those older shows then, Ian, since we've drifted away from politics, I'm trying to think now of that TV series, Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads.
Yeah.
No, was that Dennis Waterman in that?
No, Dennis Waterman wasn't, I don't think, in that, though he did have a cameo in Man About the House. That was, of course, Mr. Bolam and Mr. Is it Muse or Buse?
Rodney Buse. Yeah, Rodney Buse.
That's it, yeah. And you do get a few crossover people, like one guy I was watching just yesterday. He was in, I've forgotten his name, but he's the sneaky one in Porridge. You know the one I mean, with the gingerish hair?
Yeah, I do.
I've forgotten his name.
You're talking about when we used to make decent TV shows. They were great shows, wasn't they?
Yeah. I mean, even as someone who can't remember the 70s, because I wasn't even born then, I look at the 70s and 80s with a kind of example of what we can be as a nation culturally. Like, people like internationally always refer to like Monty Python. Now there isn't one American, but predominantly it's British. And the thing is, it is our sense of humor, and it's like in like shows that they're like Rising Damp and Minder as well. Exactly. There's interesting characters, especially. I don't know how Welsh and Scottish people and Irish people feel when they watch these. I don't know if they're stereotypical, but there's some interesting characters, and they're like most definitely Welsh and most definitely Scottish in the old shows.
One of the greatest Welsh series, and I think the English and the Scots missed out on it, was a Welsh series called Satellite City.
I don't know that one. Tell me more.
Well, it's called Satellite City, and it's set in a Welsh housing estate, and it's called Satellite City because supposedly, despite all the poverty and everything in this housing estate, I'm going way back now, every house on the housing estate has a satellite dish. So they call it Satellite City.
I think I
And
have heard of it.
it's about the lives, and the old man and young go out of the house, and they get up to all sorts of stuff trying to earn a living. It's hilarious. It really is hilarious. And I thought the English would love this because the Welsh are really taking the piss out of themselves in it. Brilliant.
But this is the thing. What we have lost in one sense is, but Scotland still has. And I think the Welsh kind of get shortchanged in some respects, for example, right? So if you ever watch like BBC Scotland, they had like, you know, like Ramsay Nesbitt, they have like other stuff that, do you know what I mean? They don't have that as to, and Scotland Rise, another good one.
I got to tell you this. Every time they had a carnival in our village, they stopped it years ago. My father, a bit of a legend in the Welsh valleys, drinking, would go as Ramsay Nesbitt. And you know how Ramsay Nesbitt used to dress, didn't he? Well,
yes,
I said
of course, mate. Yeah.
Have thunderous applause, and then he'd go into the bar in our local working men's club, and everyone would be buying him drinks, and he could take him off to a tea.
But you see where I'm coming from there. I think in one sense they have shortchanged the Welsh. I mean, if you think about in the past few years, if someone said Welsh comedy to me, you've got Gavin and Stacey, but still that's half set in Essex. Do you know what I mean? It's still a little bit shortchanged the Welsh.
Yeah, I have to be honest, I was never a great fan of Gavin and Stacey because I didn't like that word lush, because every single girl in the valley was going, "Oh, it's lush, babe." I thought, oh, if I have to hear someone say lush once more.
Yes,
my wife said it. I said, "Don't ever say that again, babe."
Yeah. But no, it's like, if you watch the comedies, right, the Scots have got their fair share of comedies, like I say, Ramsay Nesbitt being probably...
Oh, yeah.
Or that other one, I'm just trying to remember its name. It has like a pub called the Clansman in it. Forgotten what it's called. It's got the two old guys in it, and I forgot what it's called.
Oh, yes, I know the series. I can't think of the name either. It'll come to us.
You see my point, where you have a wealth of like Welsh talent, but it's not. I feel like the Welsh got shortchanged on like the kind of breakthrough series that came down through to the whole of the UK. I mean, like it kind of Channel 4 probably could have done that during the 90s when they went into Ireland, and of course they did co-produced like Father Ted, for example.
Brilliant series. I bet I've watched, that's one of the series I must have watched the most. I still watch Father Ted episodes regular. The good thing about when McDermott died, he died, didn't he, just after the last episode in the last of the series? He
died really young, and it's a shame because they probably had another series in that. And I don't think Ardor Hanlon's done that great since. You get what I mean? It's like...
I quite enjoyed him in, what was it, he went on to do something, The Last Hero or something. He played
My Hero, yes, My Hero. That wasn't too bad, but I'm trying to figure out, there was like a moody woman. I was watching, do you remember Bread, the Scouse series? There was a woman that works in the adult office, and she looks a lot like the moody receptionist, but I need to work out if it's the same woman, if you know what I mean.
Hey, you know your old TV series for someone
who
wasn't
I enjoy
around
it.
then.
If
he wasn't around in the 80s, if he wasn't born until the 80s, these were before you've done your own work. There's no doubt about that.
It's because like they're actually funnier. Like, unfortunately, I've just lost That's TV too. A lot of satellite users have lost it. I'm on the free sat, and that means that I don't see as much. You might remember a show called Mind Your Language.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I do. It's about the language school, and they're all different.
That's it. The college, that's it, And you look at those people, and there's certain actors that have been in a few things. Like one I was watching today, and he ended up being in a series that was based in Birmingham called Boone. A guy called
I remember it.
Yeah, you remember Boone, yeah?
Yeah,
And
I do.
I was looking at all the connections between Boone, Minder, and you had an Asian guy who's I thought was in Only Fools and Horses, but he was in Minder. Was Kavor Malakian. Now, Kavor Malakian's been in loads of stuff. He's like the most famous Armenian actor, apart from I've forgotten. But he's in like a load of Indiana Jones films. He's in Minder. He was I think in the Sweeney. He was the Greek guy in Mind Your Language. Kavor Malakian is like one of those actors who gets everywhere, but you need to know who he is to find out. I think he was in the Sweeney, but he was definitely in 2 episodes of Minder. And he seems to get out a bit. Now, the funny thing is, the teacher in that series, the English guy.
Yeah.
Now, it's an interesting thing because I was going on about Leicestershire and Hinckley groups. Now, there's a village or a suburb of Hinckley called Burbage. And this guy, who was the teacher in the series, just trying to remember his name. I think he's called Mr. Brown in it. He, after he had his fame, was a taxi driver and he got murdered near Rugby. It was a place I think called Burbage or something Magna near Burbage near Hinckley. So not far from me, that guy actually got murdered. And there was a bit of a grey area whether the guy who did it was, guilty, innocent, self-defense. The guy came onto him. It's all a bit of a weird case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What about... wow, I can't remember the last time I actually watched a television. I watch everything on YouTube. Wait a minute, Kerry, the only TV I ever seen was on YouTube. I haven't... Oh, look. I knew I was waiting to do something. This arrived yesterday. It was dated the 13th of May. It's... Hang on, I'll get it. Yeah. It's from them people. The BBC.
Let me guess, license fee, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't had one for years. And, they forgot my name. The buggers. Yeah. How dare they forget my name? I'm a legal occupier now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this letter, it made me laugh. It says... That's
it, Barry Evans, he's right. Logic's got it. It's Barry Evans, yeah. He was murdered near me, that's correct. Barry Evans. I think he's called Mr. Brown in the series, the teacher. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, Barry Evans.
Fair play. There's always someone in the comments who'll give you an answer. If I get stuck, I
always watch the comment section. Yeah.
But what I like about this letter, Ian, is it says, "We need to check you are not breaking the law."
Oh, are you breaking the law? Have you got a meth lab there? Have you grown ganja? You know what I mean? You got a loft, mate, with a high heat signature?
You've been spying on me.
No, I haven't got the thermo cameras yet, mate. Or the drones with thermo cameras.
Oh, yeah, the helicopters come over here quite regular. I can even tell you the name of the police helicopter. I used to have a scanner back in the day, just as an interest. They'd come over with their thermal checking equipment. You could always see who was growing in the winter.
Yeah, that's right.
Snow on the roof.
No snow on the roof. That's right, mate.
Yeah, and then you'd see all the insulation going in. Anyhow, there's so much goes on up the Welsh valleys. I've learned how to do so much stuff if I wanted to. We need to check you are not breaking the law. What sort of letters are? We need to check you're not. Are you just going to stop people on the street and say, I need to check if you're not breaking the law?
Sounds like a copper's job, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah. I mean, imagine Disney or Netflix writing to say, and saying, you haven't resubscribed. Why? You're breaking the law.
Yeah, you're getting off a dodgy site. Fire stick, man.
Yeah. Hang on, let me show you how I deal with it.
Oh, you got a paper shredder there, mate? Or are you doing the intelligent but crafty thing, return to sender?
I don't know if I can get the... Oh, hang on. I'll have to get rid of that and put my living room on, aren't I? How do I do that?
Oh, it's green screen, mate. I was wondering where you got get your loft. That's clever, actually.
It is, isn't it? I can hang on. I'll give you a better scenery now. Let's go here. I'll excuse the mess in the kitchen. The house is being decorated. It's all piled up, and visual effects. I think I can go here. Upload. None. This is the kitchen. It's a mess. Use the shredder.
Right, it's still better than mine, mate. Oh, you're not going to RTS it, mate. You're not going to RTS it, are you, mate? Because I think they have to pay like the postage or something, mate.
Yeah, they do. I should have, yeah. But don't put, no, don't say that. That's illegal. Right. Okay. So that's the kitchen. I'm going to have thought about putting some photos up there, but meanwhile, we can go anywhere we like. Yes, we would like to hang out sometimes, Ian. Yeah. Everyone's gone to the moon. That's our Green Arrow's pop-up bar on the moon. Kind of cool. Have I got rid of our friend? Oh, well, while he's gone, I'll go and get another drink. I think I'll have a can this time. Well, meet some interesting people on this channel, don't you guys? We've had Joe, and now we've got a TV critic. Well, not a critic, but certainly an historian of TV sitcoms. I'm gonna ask him something now. See how much he knows. I hope he comes back. I really do. Oh, please come back, Ian. I had some questions for you. Okay.
Down by Coney Island lights, I saw my dream in pink and white. I met you where the sea breeze played. Neon stars began to sway. You look so fine, my heart went loose. In your poodle skirt and saddle shoes, your ribbon dance, your smile was bright. Like Luna Park on a Friday night. I tried to speak, but all I knew was, baby, can I walk with you?
1 second.
From Corbin Place,
hang on, is that working, mate? Hang on. What's happening with the sound?
Yeah, you're working fine.
Oh, not
you're good.
Sounds. Sorry about that. That's the wrong side turned up. Yes, unfortunately, when it browser resets sometimes, so it knocks out the StreamYard, mate.
Before I forget, I've forgotten it. The Rise and Fall of Reggie Perrin.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
The guy who done the Secret Army.
Sorry, mate.
The guy in there, he had the Secret Army.
Yes, played by the guy out of As Time Goes By. He was in a Bond film. I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies.
He was also in
Jeffrey Palmer.
Jeffrey Palmer. He was in Butterfly. Life is Like a Butterfly.
That's right. As was Nicholas Lyndhurst. He gets around a bit in his early days.
Wow.
Butterflies, Going Straight.
Yeah. Jeffrey Palmer was absolutely brilliant. I loved his acting. Yeah, I did. But what a great series Reggie Perrin was. The Fall and Rise.
Yeah. I always preferred Rise and Damp because what you did kind of realise in the 70s and 80s, they always seemed to have like these more middle class comedies, as it were. So they had like, The Good Life, Butterflies. I think one that David Jason did was A Sharp Intake of Breath. And whereas other comedies had kind of tried to rebel against these people who would kind of became like a bit too middle class or pretentious. You see that in like Steptoe and Son, Only Fools and Horses, Minder,
Oh God,
The
that
Likely
REH
Lads.
Torpid. Oh, I love the Likely Lads. When I was serving in Ulster, I was in Ulster many
Yeah,
times between 1969 and 1976, and
yeah,
every Sunday morning, a guy, he was from the Scottish Islands. He used to tie flies, fishing flies, as an hobby. I had a baseball cap, not dozens of the flies that he'd give me for my hat, had it
that's nice.
stolen. It was beautiful. He was an expert at it from right up in the Scottish Islands. And every Sunday, him and I, from 2 to 3, would sit and listen to the Likely Lads on the radio adaptation. Loved the
I didn't know
Likely
you had one.
Lads.
See, here's the thing, right? They never showed. There used to be a series before Whatever Happened to the Likely Lads, just called The Likely Lads, and it was in
There
black
was
and white.
indeed. Yeah,
And you
there
never
was
really see
indeed.
that repeated, do you, mate?
No, it was a great series. Absolutely brilliant. Rodney Booze and fantastic. Bob and Terry, wasn't it?
James
Bob and
Bolan,
Terry.
yeah. But that was,
Really
if you
good.
see where I'm coming from, that was kind of like they kind of like there was one trying to be like middle class, if you remember, and James Bolan was trying to rebel against that. That always was kind of like one of the dynamics of comedy. Another one was the father son, or like authoritarian, not authoritarian as in like politics. I'm talking about the older guy, or the guy with more authority, versus like the guy who's lower in the chain of command. Where you see that in Mind, the Steptoe and Son, Only Fools and Horses. So there's like loads of comedy dynamics that get like,
Yeah.
like repeated.
There's a comment there. I'm going to have to respond to it, and I am listening. From Kenny. I respect this guy, Kenny, a lot. Maybe do a regular slot on the channel twice a week, perhaps on nostalgic TV shows from the time
Absolutely, mate.
Great Britain was still Great Britain, GA. Nostalgia always brings a smile. Do you know what? One of the first books I read, and I've been reading since a very early age, I'm really lucky. I must have been about 10 or 11, and I read a book and I forget the writer's name. It was called The Night the Old Nostalgia Burnt Down. And it was a brilliant book. And in it, the guy was just writing, if you like, the way we are talking now about nostalgia and the things that have passed since his life. I'm going to do a video on that, The Night the Old Nostalgia Burnt Down. Yeah.
But it's absolutely true. We have lost a lot in the way of culture. Like, people say culture evolves, but I think it can be like not always for the better. I mean, like, I'm very cynical about when I look at the comedies. Yes, a lot in the 70s you won't hear about. Like, you don't see. There was one with Beckinsale, and I think it was the lady who plays Chrissy out of Man About the House. Is it Paula Wilcott?
Yes,
and it was called The Lovers or something, and you don't necessarily see that one repeated. I'm not saying it's rubbish. What I'm saying is, and you don't see Robin's Nest, the sequel, one of the sequels to Man About the House, of course, the other being George and Mildred. You don't see that repeated. Right. I'm not saying they're rubbish, but it's interesting that some you see and some you don't.
Yeah, George and Mildred was a spin-off, though, wasn't it? I thought
that's indeed correct. If you will, it's a sequel, as is Robin's Nest, because essentially, the Ropers went off, like you say, to do George and Mildred, and Man About the House, of course, ended, and then Robin went to do Robin's Nest. So if essentially both were spin-offs or sequels, and then you have essentially Paula Wilcox and Sally Thompson are the people, the main cast, who didn't seem to have a vehicle that, was a story, that kept going, if you get what I'm saying.
You're making me rack my brain now. You're making me rack my brain,
well, Paula,
which is good.
If you want it in simple terms, Paula Wilcox is the brown-haired lady, and Sally Thompson.
I remember that. Yeah, who can forget Sally Thompson? Wait a minute. Wasn't there something going on with her and the DJ, Tony Blackburn?
You're telling me, mate.
Yeah. Well, the DJ, here's an interesting story for you. 1969.
Yeah.
I was brought up on Radio. I joined the Royal Navy just as Radio Caroline took to the seas. Every morning I'd wake up to the song, Caroline, Caroline. I love that song. And that was their theme song. Well, Tony Blackburn cut his teeth on there, didn't he? Well, in 1969, I was on fishery protection, and the song Dizzy came out by Tommy Rowe. And I was the ship's radio operator, so I used to pump music through the ship. I had a great relationship with the skipper. We were friends, even though he was my captain. And so he'd allow me to pump music throughout the ship, pop music. We were a young crew.
Excellent.
And Dizzy came on by Tommy Rowe. I don't know if you know the song, I'm So Dizzy, Dizzy. You should play
My head is
sometime.
spinning like a whirlpool and never ends.
Yeah, that's the song.
Wait,
So
I can tell you why I know that. Do you know Reeves and Mortimer did a cover of that in the 90s?
I didn't know, no. But let me
No, they
finish
did a
the
cover of
story,
it. That's
Ian.
how I know it.
Right, let me finish the story. And I like that song.
It's a good
So
song.
I pumped it through the ship loud. Anyhow, immediately after the song, Tony Blackburn, then he'd come from Radio Caroline. They just opened up, I think, Radio 1. They were trying it on. And he said that song is going nowhere. And he was so emphatic. The next day, it was at number 1, Dizzy. So I always know where I was when Dizzy by Tommy Rowe was number 1 and what Tony Blackburn said. Well, going back to Sally Thompson, is it? No, yeah. Sally Thompson. He had a thing with her, Tony did, and she ditched him. And for weeks, he was just crying on his radio all the time. Yeah, he was worse than me when I've had a bottle of rum and start playing silly love songs on here and getting copyright strikes. That's all he was doing. And that was Tony Blackburn. But yeah, good days.
No, it's interesting you say that he got to number 1 with Dizzy, because Dizzy, the cover version, also got to number 1. So it gives you credence to what you say, that the song was good.
Yeah, it was. I really liked it. It was catchy.
Oh, yeah, I like both versions. I think
but
you're right about it.
Tony Blackburn didn't come across too well at that, but he wasn't a bad DJ compared to the likes of that twat on Radio 2. What's his name? Oh, Jeremy Vine. He played. I owe Jeremy Vine a vote of thanks, because he played a large part in making me cancel my BBC license quite a few years back. I can't abide the man, Jeremy Vine.
Yeah, and of course, he's taken over from Matt Wright on Channel 5. And you can get, if you were really keen on clipping, a bit of footage from the TV, or shall we say, online via YouTube or something, there's so many videos you can get of people who are just anti-white, anti-British, politically correct off that show that actually prove our point.
Yeah. I could tell you a few things, some of the things that were said on live TV, but the Together's channels shut down the things they used to say. Okay, then if we're jumping around, you really know your stuff and you're putting me to the test.
It's just, there's such good stuff that, they just don't make as good as there was. You know what I mean?
But it's nice to talk to someone, especially someone much younger, who remembers the shows that I enjoyed when I was young. Because I was really young back in those days. But good. Okay, then. Well, talking about the BBC, I guess we're going to have to talk about Doctor Who. Did you follow that series?
Yeah, they. I can't remember what you call the pre-Who series as a kid, because it ended around 89, but they've repeated a lot of them. So you get to see a lot of the guy who played Wurzel Gummidge and Tom
John
Baker.
Yeah. Well, I'm going on to that now. I think it would be the Series 5 where they had Matt Smith, is it, and people like that. I stopped watching Doctor Who. The last Doctor I watched was that Capaldi fella.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't mind him so much. And to be honest, I didn't mind that Welsh girl who was playing in it. I can't remember her name. Pretty little thing. Oh, God, what's her name?
She had brown hair by any chance?
Yeah, smallish girl.
What's her name? Got me there. I know they had Karen Gillan. She's Scottish, though. It's not her.
Hey, I like Karen Gillan. What was it?
I think a lot of men do, mate.
A lot of men.
Behave yourself, mate. No, it's a lot of people found it was. They had a woman. They kind of
Yeah.
lever in a lot of like issues, and it's like I don't mind, for example, Bradley Walsh. But I just think they were trying to shoehorn a lot of stuff in there, and it didn't work.
I never watched. I never watched Jodie Whittaker. I couldn't stand her. And Shitty Gatwa, yeah. I tell you what, I'll never forgive
yeah.
Russell T Davis for what he'd done to Doctor Who. When he came back, I thought there'd be a bit of hope, but there was none. He was just as bad as the rest.
Yeah. I mean, to me, when you watch, like, even though the production quality is not as good, like the special effects from like the 70s, 80s, etc., it still is more interesting watching something like Davros. And you remember Davros?
Yeah.
And even the see, people say, "What's your favorite Doctor Who?" to me, and people will look at me when I give them the answer, Pertwee, because Pertwee did the films, and I still that was my first encounter with Doctor Who, and I don't think he surpassed. Now, if you're saying about the TV series, I still like Baker. I think Tom Baker. Yeah, and then probably him who played Wurzel Gummidge is probably up there as well. I think he's all right.
Yeah, it's good. But I didn't watch one episode of Jodie Whittaker with her fam. Yeah, that turned me right off. And I certainly didn't watch Shitty Gatwa wearing dresses. And so that was the end of Doctor Who for me. It ended at Capaldi. Some people didn't like him. I didn't mind him. He made some good episodes.
I didn't watch it, and I feel a bit guilty for not watching it. It's just like I had other things to watch. Now, Capaldi's another one that, of course, was famous for doing that political series. And he's another actor that kind of was made famous by Minder, or at least got his foot in the door. He plays, forgotten his name, but basically he plays a guy who fixes car phones into cars. So it's another guy that got his foot in the door.
You've made me think now of George. You said Minder. You made me think of George Cole, and I remember watching him in St. Trinian's. Do you remember him in St. Trinian's?
Yes, that would be Flash Harry.
Yeah. Well, surprising for the people still watching, if we haven't driven them away, is how much us nationalists know about early TV sitcoms. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because the certain things that we used to have culturally that we don't have. I don't mean just like recipes, but you look at it, say like comedy and comedy drama and drama. So our cultural in that sense, like a media culture. And I think we've lost it I think political correctness has absolutely wrecked comedy. I think that's why another reason why the Americans are doing well on that front. Like, they seem to have, because their freedom of speech is essentially their First Amendment, is protected by law. They seem to have a better grasp of freedom of expression, freedom of speech under the First Amendment, and therefore, under that, they can basically say what they want to do, and their comedy is still quite edgy, punchy. They can make a lot of crap as well, but I still think that because their industries are bigger, we have to then compete with that. And because the BBC, for example, has become so politically correct, ITV followed as well. You can watch like something like On the Buses. Never mind like anything like Alf Garnett or Minder. Even going back to like black and white TV.
I can go back
and it's still. Yeah, I mean, like, On the Buses was in black and white. Of course, Alf Garnett started off as Till Death Us Do Part. And, it's, in some ways, the amount of bleeping out of words you could expect to find a lot of that's bleeped out. But you look at, like, for example, like, stuff like On the Buses early episodes, some of that's bleeped out and edited out. And you like, some of the early episodes of Only Fools and Horses, where he refers to a corner shop as a pea shop. That's all out there. And Uncle Albert, I think it's an Uncle Albert episode. He said, "None of you will give me credit for anything." And then he turns around and says, "Neither will that pea," because he's referring to the guy who won't give him any credit at the corner shop. So Yeah, it's like, and it gives 50p to these kids and says go spend it at the P shop, and then you're talking 82, like what they've had to censor out. It's not just like your 70s comedy. But one thing I don't find it as censored is Rising Damp. So they censor and bleep out bits of course, Till Death Do Us Part and the Alf Garnett series In Sickness and in Health. But Rising Damp has really seemed to have escaped most of the censorship, which is interesting because
I'm
you would have
thinking of
thought
Miss
it
Jones.
doesn't.
Miss Jones.
Miss Jones, what a character. She's still about, is Frances de la Tour.
Yeah, she's an excellent actress.
As is Don Warrington. I remember seeing him in Red Dwarf. He's still about, I think, as well. He was doing that, it was the Caribbean detective series.
Well, very quickly, it's the commentator, David Tennant. Now, I liked him as the Doctor, but as Webb there, I3I says, he's at a woke wanker. What he's done to his children and the things he's done,
yes,
and he's come back in Doctor Who, was pathetic. And I tracked him down, and I'm not sure if I wrote articles about him, or I might have. But he's totally woke, and I lost all respect for the man. Listen, before it goes out of my mind, did you ever watch Blake 7?
I think they repeated that. Yeah. And I might have caught one or two episodes.
Seriously, I got to tell you this. I've watched that series now, must be 4 or 5 times. Yeah, the sets are shit. They didn't have the money. And I recall the first time when the series ended, there was bloody nigh on riots and petitions to get Blake 7 back for another series. And we did. We got it back. And in the end, well, they had to kill them all off, didn't they? But Paul Darrow, is it Paul Darrow? He played the part of Avon. What a brilliant. Yep. I've gone and watched all his interviews where he's interviewed about Blake 7. I've watched his interviews where he's just talking about life. What a great guy. The kind of guy you could sit down, have a pint with and talk about life with. I tell you what, Paul Darrow was something else. And Blake 7, I honestly urge you, Ian, if you get a chance, it was on YouTube. If you get a chance, watch Blake 7 from the beginning.
Yeah. Do you ever think, Blake 7 was like the English or British version of Buck Rogers?
Right, yes.
Is it? Would you describe it for those who don't know about it? Because I know a bit about it, but I don't think I've watched like a full episode. Would it be fair to say it's quite similar to Buck Rogers, the TV series?
No, not like Buck Rogers. Basically, it's the Welsh guys in it. Gareth something. He's only in it for a few episodes.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Blake, he's a famous Welsh actor, supposed to be. I got to be honest, I wasn't sorry when he left the series, and the crew of the Liberator were left to their own devices, and they are fighting against the evil Federation, if you like. Yeah. Of course, it's huge, and the lady in it, Servalan, can't remember her name. She's absolutely stunning. She'll wear provocative dresses. Her and Paul Darrow have it off more than a few times. They didn't shy away from that kind of stuff. He gave her a bitch slap once and stuff like that.
Blimey, yeah.
But the stories, everyone gets killed and stuff like that. And there's a lot of morals. One of the crew is a coward and a thief. In fact, there's one famous episode where Paul Darrow and the guy who plays Villa, they're in a spaceship and there's not enough fuel because the ship is too heavy. And Villa knows that Paul Darrow's going to throw him out of the spaceship to make it light enough to complete the journey. It's brilliant. It's got an intelligent computer in it, which I love. And in fact, I had the voice of the computer for a long time as a phone ring. I'm rabbiting on now. I enjoyed it that much. I'm rabbiting on about it, trying to sell it to you because I'd like you to watch it in Europe.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Of course, I'm not always big on sci-fi, but I think there's a difference between what we got now as sci-fi, which is a lot of woke crap in it, and what was sci-fi back then. You can look at like when they used to repeat like Battlestar Galactica and UFOs, another as well, albeit a bit dated now. But yeah, they've kind of not really done anything as good as some of the 70s and 80s sci-fi, like an original concept. Another good one is, do you remember V, American series
Yes, I
about
do.
reptiles, reptilian aliens controlling the world, which sounds a bit like David Icke conspiracy theory, but
I'm glad you. But David Icke spoke a lot of sense as well, didn't he?
he did. I mean, have you
I
ever
often-
seen him in person?
No, not in person. But I did wonder if his talk about reptilian people was. Listen, I want to say that it was Gareth Thomas was the actor. I did say people in
Yes.
comment would pick up on it, and yeah, he lets him down in the end. Gareth Thomas does, but there you go. Well, what can you do?
It's one of them, mate, isn't it? So the thing is,
All
right,
right.
he was at the digital ID protest in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And so I got a picture with him, and I think he did about 45 minutes speech. It was quite a long speech, but not once does he mention lizards or reptilian, people.
Yeah.
He kind of goes more on about the world government. He less talks about what you call it. He used to go on about mainly two things, like the kind of surveillance state or Big Brother, and the reptiles, and that he was the son of God and all that. Sometimes I think he talks in metaphors.
Yes.
And I remember when he got accused by a Jewish group or an anti-racist group of being anti-Semitic and using this term reptiles to describe Jewish people or some kind of anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. And I was watching this documentary, and I remember it was in like an upstairs wooden area because they were going up these stairs and they had wood, and they were saying that he was anti-Semite because he's saying like reptiles.
Yeah.
And it just like you can't tell what he's doing. Is he using a metaphor, and who is he on about? Talking about bloody reptiles, shape-shifting reptiles.
Well, yeah, Kerry says he doesn't talk about that anymore. I haven't.
No, he doesn't. That's correct.
I haven't listened to him for a long time, actually. The trouble when you're doing a YouTube channel, I've discovered, is you don't have the time really to go and watch the things you like to watch. I'm a gamer by nature. I love computer gaming. I've been a computer gamer since before the first PC came out, because I've been in computers from day one. Yeah, getting into computers in those days was something else.
I bet, yeah.
You'd have to take tests and stuff like that to see if your mind was right. They were always trying to recruit people with the right mind. And so I was in as a gamer from day one, and it really irks me sometimes. Like tonight, I'd really like to be playing Silent Under 5, which is a U-boat simulator. Oh,
I've seen that. Yeah, is it any good, mate?
Well, you won't get it now. Ubisoft are going through. Also, the released version was that broken, but thanks to the guys over on the Subsim forum, I've been a member of the Subsim forum now for over 24 years, of the same submarine forum, where we talk about U-boat wars, tactics, stuff like that. And,
well, the old wolf packs, yeah.
But modders, thank God for modders, they brought out a mod called Wolves of Steel, where they fixed all the bugs and they've made it a total realism sim. And so I must have about 1,000 radio tracks from the Second World War, from the time period. And as I go through the war, the music changes. And this is a music mod that I put on. So I play in German music, British music from the period of 1939 through up to the end of the war. In 15
Here's the thing,
years,
though. You can't.
I've never finished the game. I played Dead is Dead, and I have never survived the war yet. Some guys have, but I've
here's the thing, though. If you look at the film Das Boat, people call it Das Boot. You know what I mean? That's it. That theme tune, whether you talking about the original or the like remix of it, is one of the things you can't beat. But the thing is, that isn't from that time period, even though it's great in the film.
Oh, that's absolutely true. About I will say this for the Das Boot and the guy. In fact, I've modified my crew in my game to be the crew from Das Boot as the captain.
Oh, wicked, mate.
So I've got their images and stuff. I'll put a video of it up one day. but they sail in a Type 7C U-boat. I mean, I know the inside of a U-boat better than I know this bloody house that I live in. I can identify all the equipment, all the stuff, where it is, and just something I got interested in. And it's escapism. Some nights, what I like to do, used to like to do, is check the air range from the UK. Say we're going out into the mid-Atlantic, and then night when I'm charging the batteries and stuff like that. This is before they had radar or something. I just go up on the bridge, switch on the gramophone, and just play music and just sail along, looking at the stars. Amazing, pure relaxation. Can't do that anymore. I have to come on YouTube and speak to people about TV series.
It is a choice. You're not in the gulag yet.
I'm enjoying it, Diane. I'm enjoying it. I suppose it must be nice for you to have someone who can talk about it and know a little bit about it.
It always is. It always is good, mate, because like when you go to these things, it's like people who go to other things. So you might remember an actor who was in raunchy comedies called Robin Asquith.
I do indeed. Indeed.
You'll remember him from like the Confession series. He also did other films other than spicy, saucy 70s romps. One of his best ones for me was actually Britannia Hospital, which had like a tour de force of like actors, including, if I remember, Leonard Rossiter. I think Arthur Lowe, Captain Mannering was in it, and a few. Yeah. I think it had Mark Hamill, i.e. Luke Skywalker, and then Robin Asquith, and like all these famous comedic actors, and Mark Hamill in it. It's just like, wow, you got him as well. And that's actually my favorite film from him. But the reason why I segue him in is friends of mine that go to the Minder reunions actually go and to other events that are similar, but with Robin Asquith. So he's still about. He did Benidorm a few years ago, but he's still about.
Yeah. You might be able to help me out now because you put something in my mind and I can't remember it and it's driving me mad. There was a series about a young couple. The girl's name was Penny, but he always called her Pen. And he was a young, good-looking chap, according to my wife. And her name was Pen. But what that series was, I have no idea.
Do you know anything about it? Like, it was English, British, Northern, Southern?
English. Kind of middle class. He was a bit of a Jack the Lad, very kind of sophisticated.
Hang on a sec. That reminds me of Just Good Friends.
May well be Just Good Friends.
Is it like an 80s thing done by the guy who wrote? I can't remember. It sounds like it. Let me have a look. I think she's called Pen.
That was his pet name for it was Pen, and it was always Pen this, Pen that.
Yes, right. I saw it recently. There's the show, I think, is by John Sullivan, i.e. the writer of Citizen Smith and Only Fools and Horses and Rock and Chips. Okay.
Yeah.
You remember Citizen Smith with the guy out of My Family, Robert Lindsay, yeah?
Yeah.
So Just Good Friends was, I think, an 80s, 83 to 86.
Yeah.
And it's funny you should mention that because I only discovered it recently. The woman is called Jan Francis as Penny Warrinder.
Yeah.
And she's called Penny. And I don't know how the hell I remembered that.
Can you find out the guy's name? It's driving me mad.
Yes, he was called Paul Nicholas as Vincent Pinner.
That's him, Paul Nicholas. He was big back in the day, really big. Yeah, that was okay. That was, different.
Still is alive. That's a surprising thing. It's like, these people come and go. It's weird. I was actually asked, if you remember Doctor about a House Doctor at Large, and also the guy who played Des in Minder. He's called an actor called George Layton. He also writes. Yeah. He wrote 3 episodes of On the Buses. He actually writes books now. He read went on to see him. I think it was earlier this year or late last year. He was reading from his book, and George Layton. I was talking to him and his wife, and I was sat next to his sister for most of the when he was reading, and he said to me, I asked his wife and I asked him. I said, "What happened to the guy who played Robin in Man About the House and Robin's Nest, Richard O'Sullivan?" Because he was really big, if you remember. Of course, Richard O'Sullivan was here, there, and everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened? He hit the bottle. That's what honestly happened to him. So he's in like a middle class. What you call it?
Home.
I suppose you call it like a home, yeah, but it's not like a. And he's still about. He's still alive, but I don't think he does much. He was born in 1944, and that's what happened to him. So basically, he was big in the 1970s, and then you don't hear much from him. In the 1980s, he did a bit here, a bit there, but he must have been massive in the 1970s because, of course, he did Man About the House and then Robin's Nest. He was in some how do I put it? Comedy films. I remember he plays this camp one in one of. It was a really good film called "Can You Keep It Up for a Week?" It's basically a sex comedy, but he plays like this camp, seller of clothes, and he actually could play a camp guy. It was quite kind of funny how he could do that. But by about he's still there around the 80s, but it kind of slows down. But he was massive in the 70s, so I was quite surprised. But yeah, that's what happened to him. Some people don't die; they just fade away. But he did a little bit, but he hasn't done much since the 90s, as far as I can see, mate.
Yeah, they do fade away, don't they? Like memories, they fade away.
But they're still about, because I remember seeing a picture of him with George Layton, I think, and who was the other person? I can't remember, but it was another famous person, and you could just ask people what happened to that person? What happened to that? Because all I did was bring it up. I might have seen a picture of George Layton with Richard O'Sullivan, before it, and I said, "Well, what happened to him?" Because he was massive, but I might have forgotten about the picture that I saw, and it was they were older.
I have to ask you now, Ian, because we've spoken about a lot of series, and you know a large amount about it. There's no about them. It's no doubt about it. But how do you have time to watch all these series? There's just so many of them. So
it's a lot of them. There's good things, because if you don't get them on DVD, like people say, you can watch them on YouTube. If you don't have DVD or YouTube, they might be on the TV. So, for example, there's a few good channels that have them on. So, ITV4 is good for your old ITV4 and ITV3 stuff. So, you're on the buses. Rising Doubt originally was ITV3 as well. Minder, Boone, Sweeney is ITV4. Then you go to That's TV. That's got Minder, Man About the House, which used to be on ITV3 or 4. So some of these ITV series are then given effectively to That's TV. I think one or two of them got on Talking Pictures or Together TV. A lot of them have gone to the Free Sat and Free View channel, That's TV. So a lot of the old repeats were available on YouTube, as has been said. But they also are repeated on telly. You can watch 8 episodes of Minder a day. If you have the right, because you can watch them on +1. You can watch them. Usually, you have 2 on That's TV. You have 2 on That's TV 2. That's 4. They used to repeat Minder in the morning, and then you could watch it on the +1 as well. So you can effectively, at some points, watch 6 or 8 episodes of Minder. Some would be repeated, though. That's the caveat.
Well, that's okay. But you were talking about the Sweeney there, and that reminded me of, was it John Thor? John Thor
was the main character as Regan.
Well, I remember it just come back to me after all these years. There was a few episodes where he was tangling with an Australian gang of outlaws. It was a great run.
And who was in that?
I can't remember.
George Layton. He was one of the Aussie. With the gun.
Yeah.
They had a rifle, I think, and they were being chased through like a field or wasteland.
Well, because of later on, I watched the series Morse, and really good Morse. But because I watched Morse, I then went on to watch the series Endeavour, and I really enjoyed the Endeavour series, where Morse is a young man. That's why it's called Endeavour.
Oh, gotcha, mate. You're like a prequel, as they call it.
A prequel, and it tells how Morse comes. He doesn't drink in the beginning, and it tells about Morse's early life as he starts as a constable and finally becomes a senior officer, if you like, and how he falls in love with a Jaguar car that becomes John Thor's sort of trademark is Red Jag. And what a great series. If you haven't watched it, you really should. Endeavour, absolutely brilliant. How he develops his love of music, how he develops his beer, why he's alone. Goes right into it. Absolutely brilliant. I watched a film last night, actually. Well, not a film, a recap of a film, 11 minutes, where one of the young female police officers, I didn't know she'd starred in a film. I thought, I know that, and went and looked it up, as you do, because you have to find out. And she played the part of a female police officer in Endeavour. Great series. So there. You'll have to watch
Just
Endeavour
Good
now.
Friends is another one of those shows. You remember that they called him Penn in the series?
Yes.
That's another one of those series that's on, was on That's TV. It was on after Minder in the afternoon. So Minder was on at 2:45. That was just after when the boat comes in. James Boland, another connection there to you, the Lightly Lads. Then I think there was two shows before, and it was mid-afternoon, around 3:00. That Just Good Friends. Sorry, about 3:30, 4:00. Just Good Friends would come in, and I know the mother was in another great episode of Minder called "Give Arthur Daly His Daily Bread." And it had James Beavan, and they were digging up this garden. And she plays the mother. So her mother in that is the mother of this girl who wants like a car, and they've got all these like down and out criminal types that dig up like this pond in this posh woman's house, and then they make a rockery, but they start like nicking things from the neighboring houses. So that's the mother. But as far as I can tell, that sounds exactly like Just Good Friends. Written by Richard Sullivan. No, not Richard Sullivan. It's an Irish name. I always get them too mixed.
Back in the days, there was a writer, something Clemens. He turned out lots of stuff.
Yes, that will be. I think it's called Brian Clemens.
Brian Clemens, he was a great.
John Sullivan, sorry, I do apologise. Not Richard Sullivan.
Yeah,
that's Richard O'Sullivan. That's another mistake I made.
Turned out some good stuff.
Yes, Brian Clemens. My mind's gone blank because I always get mixed up between two sets of writers. So
well, I think we've covered them all, haven't we? There can't be much we haven't seen.
Was he Brian Clemens, Man About the House and all that? Because there's a few of them that write like a few of them.
Few ends, I don't know. I can't remember. But
they always seem to be the same people. Man About the House.
I recall. I joined the Navy in 1964 at the age of 15. Must have been 1967. I arrived in Singapore. I was really young. First time I saw a video jukebox, I was amazed by a video jukebox. Americans had everything, didn't they? And in Singapore, they had a big old colour telly. And that's where the first time I saw an episode of Star Trek with William Shatner.
The Next Generation or the new one?
The first one, the original series, Star Trek. And I was
with
in
Captain
Singapore.
Kirk and all that,
Captain James T. Kirk. And I was there and I thought, what the bloody hell is this? It was Star Trek. I was watching it in the Britannia Club in Singapore. Great club that was. Just
to go back to you, it was Dick Clement, sorry. He was the guy who wrote with the Ian Lafreniere. They did like The Likely Lads, Porridge, Alfie, The Same Pet, and Lovejoy.
He was churning it out.
Yes.
So in the Britannia Club, I was there and I saw this episode of Star Trek. I thought, Jesus Christ, why haven't we got stuff? And we didn't get Star Trek in the UK until years later, you know. And the other show that broke out big then was the TV series The Monkeys.
Yes.
And, I saw that for the first time in colour. I thought, who are these guys? And they had a TV series, The Monkeys. And I think I'm a believer. And, you know, they started at that time, they couldn't, most of them, other than Mickey Dolenz, who was a drummer, and he'd already starred in Circus Boy. I don't know if you remember that. And I thought, well, this is great.
No.
Well, I'm not surprised. He was a child actor in a TV series called Circus Boy. He was the drummer in the Monkeys. And I couldn't believe it. And I thought, why haven't we got shows like this in the UK, like Star Trek, years before it came over to us? Yeah, good old days, good stuff.
It's interesting because you hit on Dick Clements, and it's like you look at, of course, The Likely Lads, Porridge. I don't know on the Rocks, but of course, Going Straight. There's this one talking about retro things. I never really know what the score is with that. What is The Prisoner of Zendar? That keeps coming up in like retro TV and that. It's one of those films I haven't quite ever seen. It keeps coming up, mate. The Prisoner of Zendar. It's one thing that always comes up.
Wow, you got me there. I feel I should know it, but I don't.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that's mentioned a lot.
You got me there, brother. You got me there.
Always, no. I've never seen it, mate. But the weird thing is, like,
oh God, it's sticking around in the back of my mind. Yeah, really good. I suppose then, if we jump in around the series, we can go back to Quatermass.
Oh, I remember seeing. I think it's Quatermass and the Pit. The film was great.
Yeah,
you've seen that one where they're digging up the underground.
That's it. Absolutely brilliant. I remember watching that as a child. It was superb. Yeah. Seen a few episodes.
I think that's a good sci-fi series. And they get that UFO.
Alan Quatermass. And then there was another one. Yeah. Oh, we've seen some early. I tend only to watch old black and white films now, like And Then There Were None, based on that Agatha Christie book. What a great black and white film. Another thing, I don't know if you ever do it. I watch these old black and white films and I see the actresses in it or the actors, usually the actresses. And I think, what a beautiful woman. And nobody today would have heard of them. And what I'll do then is I'll go look up and what happened to them in their life. Did they succeed in their career? Because some of the women, the stars of Hollywood of the past in the old black and white movies, they were really classy looking ladies, They had a style.
That would be what you refer to as the Hollywood Golden Age, usually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they were stars of the silver screen.
Yes.
And I think, there also actresses like Jennifer Jones, what a beautiful woman, and there were so many of them. I'm not on about the Veronica Lakes and stuff like that. I'm on about the beautiful natural women.
Yes,
and classy and stylish, the clothes they wore, unlike say today's modern actresses. Then they just acted and stuff like that.
That would say like you touch on a cultural aspect which has changed. You look at pictures of these women, and it's easy to see it in black and white versus now, because of course, like people who wear a lot of heavy makeup, you can see it better in color, but they seem to wear a lot less makeup than modern day. And I'm not being misogynistic. It's actresses, I'll say, rather than women. Well, seems to be a lot less makeup on them. I understand certain things. Like I was reading, you remember the X-Files, and like Gillian Anderson in the series, she has like naturally blondie brown hair. But in the series, she has ginger hair. And the thing is, I've got nothing against her wearing a wig because, like, she's an older lady, like her hair's more fragile, so you don't want to like frazzle it and all that. And with you know, when she was doing the X-Files in the 90s, like, yeah, maybe she could dye her hair like heavy like that. But I'm not on about specifically. There's another. I know it's a more recent example, but you look at Gillian Anderson in the 90s, very, very attractive woman, and she's not covered in makeup. The only thing really that you find fake about her, you would have to know, is that she has to dye her hair because the character's a red-headed lady.
Yeah.
And I realised this till recently. I was like, why has Gillian Anderson got blonde hair? She's not got blonde hair. She's got red hair. That's not actually a... You see what I mean? You look at how attractive Gillian Anderson is. She doesn't need a lot of makeup. You look at her in X-Files, and you can understand why, like, a lot of men found her very attractive. She's very attractive in X-Files, and she resembles this kind of coming back to what you refer to as the golden age of the black and white era of Hollywood and the silver screen. Is if you listen to her accent, it's what they call the transatlantic accent. It's like an English American accent. Now, she was, of course, I think, born in America but grew up here. But what I'm saying is, and you'll know it from the old black and white films, the accent has changed from like it's what they call the transatlantic accent, which was like a posh American accent or an Americanized posh accent if you put it the other way. Usually it's kind of like what you call a Virginian or Chesapeake twang to it sometimes. And you see this in some degree if you listen to the accent of either Dana Scully in X-Files, or if you watch Silence of the Lambs, you look at Clarice Starling's accent.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? It's like this kind of English American accent, but it's slightly more posh and refined in the older days. So that's another cultural shift you'll see in American films. And possibly the TV as well.
I'm just thinking of. I used to love the New Avengers with Diana Rigg. I loved.
Yeah, she only died recently.
Yeah, she did. What a fabulous actress! When she was young, with playing a part in the New Avengers with Steed and everything. God, I wouldn't miss that for anything.
Both were in Bond films. The guy was in. He played Sir Something in View to a Kill. Diana Rigg was in, I want to say, OHMSS.
I wouldn't be able to say because I only really
the IMDb about that.
Yeah, I really loved her in the New Avengers when she was playing alongside the guy who played John Steed.
Yes,
Patrick.
Is it McNee or McGee? Something like that. It's
Patrick McNee. Absolutely brilliant. And the last episode where her husband is found in the Amazon and she drives off with her husband and he's virtually a clone of John Steed, you know. Oh, great. She was a fabulous actress. Loved her in lots of things. Hey, sit there. I'm going to play a tune.
Yeah, no worries.
Over on you, I've got a crush on one of our ladies. I don't know if she's still in yet. We'll soon find out now. If she's still about, I'm guaranteeing you this. She'll send me a green heart. Stand by. Here we go.
Hold me close, don't let me go. Tell my heart you love me so. Underneath the stars above, we're just kids in crazy love. When I see your smiling face, my whole world just falls in place. Every little touch you show sets my teenage heart aglow. I dream of you each night. Everything feels so right when you whisper low. Baby, don't you know, in your arms we could stay like this forevermore. Shaboom, shaboom, my heart's in flight, dancing in the pale moonlight. You're the girl that I adore. Oh, hold me close, don't let me go. Our love's what the whole town's talking for. Neon lights in the rain at night seem to call out your name. Teeny bop discs on the jukebox spinning, the whole place feels the same. Echoes of a sweet slow song drift along the avenue. Every record crackles soft, but all I hear is you. When you take my hand, baby, I understand. This is more than a summer flame. We'll never be the same. In your arms so tight, it feels so right. We could stay like this forevermore. Shaboom, shaboom, my heart's in flight, rocking through the night. You're the girl that I adore. Oh, hold me close, don't let me go. Our love's what the whole town's cheering for. Shall we write our names on the bleachers after the game? Picky slow will never part. You got my jacket and my heart. Even when the summer's gone, we'll keep dancing to our song, young and wild and free. Just you and me. In your arms so tight, it feels so right. We could stay like this forevermore. Shaboom, shaboom, my heart's in flight, dancing with me all night. Every girl that I adore. Hold me close, don't let me go. Teenage love like never before. Hold me close, don't let me go. Tell my heart you love me so. Sha-la-la, we'll always know. Neon hearts in the rain will glow.
We play a lot of stuff like that. The American Dream, this 50s music, or it's AI. One of the guys made a playlist of all 50s songs for us. I quite like that one. But the girl it was for, she's not in the room, probably just as well. If she had been, I would have had some green arts. I'll have to wait until tomorrow for them. We'll be closing the room down soon. Should we review?
No worries, mate. No worries, mate.
Let's review what we've agreed. You've got my email, yeah?
Yes, I have, mate. I'll send you details. It's basically the Leicester one, but there's other demos that are going on in the Midlands. The Midlands, as if you combine the East and West Midlands into one region,
yeah,
essentially it's one of the most active regions right now. Which is it's kind of cheating because there's several things where you've got the East and West, so it's kind of like two regions. But the thing is, because I'm on the border of East and West, I'm literally like 3 miles away from the East Midlands border. It makes sense to go to East Midlands as well as West Midlands demos. So
you mentioned Loughborough. I worked in Loughborough. I was a project manager up there for British Gas in Loughborough. The Loughborough.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice place, this Loughborough, but a friend of mine tried to do a demo there, but it's the publicity. The way in which I've noticed is a lot of what you would call British nationalist hardcore FNATs have kind of abandoned Facebook and are sticking to X and Telegram, whereas I've only recently got on X and slightly less recently on Telegram.
I'm on Telegram. I rarely go there though, but I've been on there for ages. Too depressing.
I know Joe likes it, but a lot of people have abandoned Facebook, which I find a shame, because what I find is really good is most people out of all the social media tend to have Facebook, but people like, I would say half of British nationalists have abandoned Facebook.
Yes. The thing is with the Facebook, it's become, well, I can only speak for my area. Everybody, the entire village is on Facebook, but they're all above a certain age. For example, my granddaughters, they wouldn't be seen dead on Facebook, you know.
No, I mean, it's probably more TikTok for youngsters, isn't it, mate?
Yeah. As she says, it's where the grannies go, and grandfathers in my case. Yeah. So I've been on there for years. I just use it as a dump for photographs. My photographs got thousands of photos on there that I've taken.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
really, if you really want to reach the people though, during an election, especially the older members of a community, then get on Facebook.
Yeah.
Get on Facebook. That's where we should be pushing and winning their hearts over, because some of the people round about my age or slightly younger, they are quite patriotic and they really go for it at times. But it's so easy. I mean, I've been banned so many times on Facebook. I just gave up in the end. I mean, people used to make jokes about it. They'd say, I'm back. How many hours is Paul going to be back on Facebook for?
Yeah, it's like, well, I'll give you a tip. Don't go on TikTok. You'll get banned even faster. TikTok is the worst for banning. It's like you have to use code words because it's Chinese government controlled unless you use the American version. You can't say words like knife, murder, Nazi, rape. You have to use all these code words. So if I wanted to say, for example, a Nazi rapist murdered someone with a knife, I would have to say a schmartzy rapist unalive someone with a pointy stick.
Yeah.
That's how bad TikTok is, just to give you an example.
And sometimes YouTube is like that, isn't it? Sometimes YouTube is very sensorial.
I would say YouTube's probably on the same level from what I've seen as Facebook, but TikTok is most definitely the worst for getting censored and banned. I had 4 accounts. One's been permo banned. I never had a Facebook permo ban.
Yeah.
Stream flagged.
Yeah, I've had that a few times as well. I've had 2 streams taken down. You're talking away and all of a sudden this stream is taken down. You have to be so careful. I hate this self-censorship I have to
of course.
enforce on myself.
Because it's like we were saying about private companies, is they own it. So freedom of speech doesn't it's not like, unless you've got the American TikTok, it's not freedom of speech on your social media because they dictate the terms and conditions. It's not what you call a public sphere, even though it's social media, which is stupid in one sense, but it's actually common sense because it's a business in one sense. So you kind of between a rock and a hard place. But the thing is, it's like I could put a video for a protest, and the good thing about TikTok is you can put a song to it like you couldn't on YouTube because of copyright.
Yeah. I'm always getting picked up on that one.
Yeah, it's like literally, I think if you do it less than a minute, you get away with it. But I've got permission to off my friend. I did mention in the comments a song by my friend Jade, and it's called Deport, 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 or Deport Them All. I'll send you the link to that, and it's kind of caught on, and they've even like remixed it. There's like a version with less swearing, and it's getting everywhere on the internet, but it's a slow burner. I mean, like I can remember a song called Keir Starmer's A Wanker, which is a chant, as you all know, at protests.
Yeah.
But there's an actual song by a band calling themselves Dr. Cox, and that's the best version of that chant as a song.
Yeah.
But my friend's Jade's song is a really good song. I haven't got the clean version yet, which has a lot less swearing. So it depends how hot you want the song. But I know there's a clean version. They even remixed it and made it into a techno song. And the techno version is the best version, actually. Like, it's incredible what they've done with her song. The original is good as well. It's very punchy, but you might not want to play it too loud in public. There's a lot of Jeff.
And we
I
have to
will
be
send you
careful.
that, mate. I'll send you details of the Leicester meetup because I think it's about time. People will go, yeah, I'll go to a PA or an RN demo, and that's great. But the thing is, I think as well as them doing a protest every 6 to 8 weeks, people will have to take the initiative that they do their own thing or their own meetups, and that's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be continue to do, and that's what I've done in the past. So it's easy to like do that. It's literally you can just meet in a Weatherspoons and tell people about it. That's literally all you have to do.
Right. Well, keep me posted. Meanwhile,
I will
have
do,
some of
mate.
this.
I will do.
Stick around. Have some of this.
We're already down. Woke up this morning, suit still pressed and neat. Coffee in the Downing Street kitchen, taste and defeat. The phones are blowing up, the numbers don't lie. Red walls crumbling fast under a May sky. We promised the moon on a worker's wage, but the bins ain't emptied and the rent still rage. VAT on private schools, thought that'd be a win. Now even the teachers won't let their kids back in. I fixed my tie in the mirror, tried to smile, but even my reflection knows it's been a while. We're going down, down, down in these local towns. Council's flipping faster than my trademark U-turns round. We're going down, down, down. Hear the laughter ringing loud. The red rose is wilting like my winter fuel vow. Oh, Keir, my dear, even the mirror's had enough here. We're going, ghosted down. Thought net zero would save us, green votes in the bag, but they're freezing in their houses, calling me a slag. 2-child cap still biting, votes keep on arriving. Great British energy, more like great big dithering. Told them things can only get better like Tony in 97. Now they're voting for anyone who ain't from Islington. Protests on the right, protests on the left. Everyone's laughing while we're bereft. I gave them missions, I gave them 5. They gave me the finger in every ward tonight. We're going down, down, down in these local towns. Council's flipping faster than my trademark U-turns round. We're going down, down, down. Hear the laughter ringing loud. The red rose is wilting like my winter fuel vow. Oh, Keir, my dear, even the mirror's had enough here. We're going, ghosted down. I scrubbed the winter fuel, raised employers, and I danced the focus group line. Watched the pensioners cry, changed the flag, changed the rules, even changed my mind. But the working bloke in Bolton wants his streetlights on, not fines. Angela's texting, Wes is pacing the floor. Rachel's spreadsheets say we ain't winning no more. I stare at the map, all those little red dots fading fast. Guess the British people finally saw through at last. We're going down, 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 but we'll spin it somehow. Midterm blues, I'll tell the morning crew. We're going down, 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 but I'll keep the crown till the next one when they all come for me too. Oh, Britain, my dear, you've made yourself clear. We're going, ghosted. We're already down. Whoa, we're already down.
Those guys who produced that, they're pretty good for us. They let us use their stuff. And so does Saxon. Ragnar Viking, he lets us use their stuff. There's a couple of sites they do playlists of music for us, which is, so we're quite lucky there that we've got
Who
music
did
to
that
play
one,
and
mate?
that is British Patriots channel. They produce some great stuff. If you like that one, you're going to love this one. I love this one. This is by the same people. They call British Patriots. They got so many brilliant tracks. This is one of my favorites. I don't know why.
Care is a wanker, yeah, that's plain to see. Promised the earth, then taxed you and me. From Holborn and St. Pancras, knight of the realm. Now he's in number 10 doing the helm. Took the big job in 24, said change is coming and slammed the door. On pensioners freezing in the winter cold, cut the fuel payments, left them out in the snow. Care is a wanker, oi oi, care is a wanker. What a boy! Gifts from his mates and dodgy mates too. U-turns and scandals, what else is new? Care is a wanker, every day. Care is a wanker, hip hip hooray. Winter fuel allowance means tested quick. Millions of old folks lost their kick. Backlash hit hard, rebellion in the ranks. U-turn later but still got the thanks. 2-child benefit cap, he kept it tight, then hinted at scrapping in the dead of night. Prisoners out early to ease the cells. Net zero zeal making energy bills from hell. Lord Ollie's glasses and posh clothes galore. Freebie scandal knocking at his door. Taylor Swift tickets, apartment on loan. Passes for glasses, now that's how he's known. Mandelson to Washington, what a choice. Epstein links had the nation in uproar voice. Vetting failed but rushed him through. Judgment questioned, what to do. Purged the lefties, went full centrist mode. Abandoned pledges down the Corbyn road. No nationalising, no free uni fees. Growth, 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 on your knees please. Ended some strikes, gave the docs a pay rise. But the vibe is gloom and fiscal lies. Island of strangers, huff on the boats. While the public watches and duly notes. From DPP to PM, toolmakers lad. Now Sir Keir's got the country feeling sad. Approval ratings in the toilet bowl. Most unpopular, bless his soul. He talks of missions, clean power dreams, but delivers cuts and broken schemes. Care is a wanker, sing it loud. Care is a wanker, proudly now. List of the things we've checked them all. From freebies to fuel, he takes the fall. Care is a wanker, one more time. Care is a wanker, and that's no crime. To sing, to sing.
Yeah, I love that song.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos and songs, please give us a like, subscribe, share, and if possible, a hype. That way more people get to see this awesome content.
He says common sense.
Well, what do you think of that, Ian? Did you like those?
I'm all for this. What's become a meme? You see this purple-haired girl, the Amelia meme, as it's now known, because it's one of those things where the government thinks they made this like little computer game to stop extremism.
Absolutely.
So Amelia backfiring on government propaganda is the most funniest thing, where she's become a meme essentially, either as a little girl, as we just saw, or as a more adult girl, and even like that's what you remember me talking about, a techno version of my mate's song. You even got her doing as a DJ, the Amelia meme.
Yeah,
it's backfired royally on them. I like their stuff because it's a bit like, have you seen the Crew Gazette? It's like a non-musical version of that. They're good as well, the Crew Gazette.
There's so much out there, such good content. There's no doubt about it. The right makes the best memes and stuff like that. And they did.
Yeah, the left can't meme.
They can't.
It's true. It's true.
No, I feel sorry for them. There's something wrong with them mentally, the people on the left. And they're women with their pig rings. What on earth? What woman thinks a ring through her nose would ever make it attractive in the eyes of a man? Those septum rings, you know? Incredible. But Amelia, well, we got a channel with a playlist there of Amelia songs as well. What we like to do is chat, stop every now and again and play some songs. Add him to the stage. He's back.
Sorry about that, mate. I was just about to send you this link of my mate's song, actually, but I was on the other phone, and I thought, I've got to go back to go to that, and it's like, no, it's on the other phone. Trying to do two phones at once.
The only people I know who've got 2 phones are dealers.
Oh, mate, no, it's what it is I'm on a 3-year contract with my new phone. So what I'm trying to do is like wean myself off the old phone and keep it going. But what I find it's really good if like if you're on the StreamYard and you want to follow the conversation, you can see the conversation better.
Oh yes,
because you're on a PC or laptop, aren't you?
I'm on a PC, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see the chat and the StreamYard pretty much at the same time. On a mobile phone, it's quite hard to do at the same time. I've done it before. I'll send you this too. Where we put it in the comments.
You might not be able to post links, actually. I'm not sure.
What, in the StreamYard or the YouTube chat?
In StreamYard.
I think I'll try it, mate. I'll give it a go. It's quite loud. It's got a few bit of effing and jeffing, but I think you'll get away with it.
You think?
Let's see. Yeah. Because just send it to myself, so to speak. Use a backup Facebook. Right, I need to just rescue something. One sec.
Paul Joseph Watson. I watch Paul Joseph Watson a lot, actually. Get some good stuff from him. Good guy. He's always pushing something for his skin products, isn't he? Well, let's do now. We might as well have Amelia then.
It's like it's a love spell while I'm stuck in this Orwellian hell. Flat cap, frost breath, dawn patrol. Rupert Lyle with his shotgun and a moral code. My friends like boys in skinny jeans. I like mine with diesel on his sleeves. They want soft hands and poetry. I want hedge funds cut and hedgerows free. Expert tweets a growing trend. He'd rather mend our fence than bend. And when he says take back control, I'm blushing like it's rock and roll. Oh, Rupert, you absolute menace, talking about markets and self-reliance. Got me swooning in Doc Martens over fiscal defiance. He's waving at tractors, not limousines. Thinks care is fine, but hates big schemes. Call it cringe, call it extreme, but he's my countryside fever dream. He says hard work builds a nation. I say that's hot, pure dedication. Village hall policies that benefit me. I'm front row dressed in anarchist chic. He's anti-bureaucrat, pro-farm gate. Says city planners overcomplicate, while I'm doodling hearts round his surname in margins of my coursework in vain. No cocktail bars, no rooftop views, just muddy lanes and battered boots. He talks about borders firm and tight, and I'm here like, take me tonight. Oh, Rupert, you walking manifesto, foreign code and rural crescendo. He's preaching in employment and local trade, and I'm hyperventilating in the shade. He says family freedom fields, and my black lace teenage heart just yields. Laugh all you want, I know the deal. I've got a crush on Rupert Lowenfield. I know you think it's problematic, me and eyeliner, him so pragmatic, but there's something kind of punk, don't you see, about loving tradition rebelliously. He won't kneel for compassion trends. He stands up straight, he won't pretend. Says earn your keep and mind your land, and I'm weak at the sight of a calloused hand. Oh, Rupert, in my rural delight, talking policy by bonfire light. He's anti-nonsense, pro-British, line it on. Girl, matricides in every line. Down in street, calls your name. Just like me, I'm much the same. Right now I'm swooning, dramatic and such, and absolutely feral from my celebrating crush. Oh, from my celebrating crush.
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
a bit of humour in it, mate.
Yeah, it's a good place to go and get some bit of entertainment and a bit of music. Breaks up the show. I'll be winding down now, Ian. I've got to get back over to my channel and sort out the comments before I go to bed.
No worries, mate. I'll think. What I'll do is, there's a few posters and a few events, shall we say? So posters for demos and my mate's song. I'll send it you via email if that's the best way to get you, mate.
Yeah, that is the best way. Later on, perhaps, when we know each other better, I'll give you my WhatsApp account, and then you can,
absolutely, mate. I'll give you my number on the email as well. It's just one of those things that email gets spammed up if you let it, and I'm one of those people who does that, which is naughty of me, but it's one of those things.
Yeah, I've got to be it's one of the things I'm really careful about, because I'm not too concerned about people having my number, but what happens is, as you say, some people just swamp me constantly in the emails, and I try to go through them all, and I try to answer all the comments as well, and it can be so difficult, and I don't like to be rude by ignoring people. If they send to me, I like to respond. Sometimes it takes time. But listen, if you think there's something I should do a video on, an event, for example, coming up, just say GA. I prefer to be called GA or Green Arrow than Paul.
Yeah, no worries.
So many Pauls out there. And, I've been called Green Arrow since 2006. I kind of got used to it. And just say, GA, please push this. But put it in there, please push this. And then I'll know to take it seriously and then promote it. If it's just general information, just say in the heading, general information or something you should see.
Yeah, I got your general information. How did you get your nickname anyway?
You know what? This is a good chance for me to tell people now, because I've been asked it so many times. People think the Green Arrow come from the that comic book series. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was thinking Green Lantern. No, there's a comic book character, Green Arrow. And I think, no, it's Green Lantern. And then, yeah, you're right. There is a comic book called Green Arrow. That's correct, yeah.
Well, you're going to like this then, because with your liking for nostalgia, when I was a child, I was born in England. My parents were Welsh. I moved back to Wales when I was 10, just in time for my 11 plus, which I passed, of course. It meant something then. Anyhow, when we were living in England, Buckinghamshire, Langley, my father every Thursday would fetch home from a market second-hand American comics, but he'd also fetch home a copy of the weekly local newspaper. Now, I started reading at a very, very early age. I read Pilgrim's Progress at the age of 10 and most of the classics. Well, I would also read the papers that were brought over from America. Wall Street Journal, New York Times. I'd read everything I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
Well, in the local newspaper, there was a letter section. And there was a guy who used to write in, and he used to complain about everything. He'd complain about the street lighting, the edges, potholes, you name it.
Yeah.
He would write in and complain about it. And his pen name was The Green Arrow. Well, when I created my first blog site in 2006, years later, I was thinking, what shall I call it? It was actually called The Home of the Green Arrow. And I thought, I'm going to call it The Home of the Green Arrow in memory of that guy who used to write those letters all those years ago. So he may be dead a long, long time, but his story and how he influenced me lives on. And that's how I became the Green Arrow.
That's wicked, mate. You know how I got my nickname? I literally made up a channel that I've had to abandon because it's a form of music. A bit like, if you can imagine, let me think, something like The Prodigy, but with a lot more strength, industrial music. It's basically what death metal is to electronic, if you can imagine that. It's proper headache music for those who won't like it. So that's a form of music called industrial. Then we thought we would call it Industrial Nations because we had like the guy who did the iconography, the symbols, was Greek. So it was kind of international at one point. But the industrial scene was unfortunately dominated by the left. And people always say to me, even now with the symbol, that looks like left wing. And I'm like, well, it's a white fist. Yeah, but it looks like something off like the... communists or something. I keep going, yeah, but it's a white fist. So I kept the name Industrial Nations, but I've let the old YouTube go because it was there to promote industrial music. But I've kept the name and the iconography, and the Facebook group went to people who really just wanted to do music with and promote like the little bands. So I think I've had it for about 15 years, but I never got like the website launched or anything like that. But I wouldn't want to promote it now because it's like now I promote the demos on my own back rather than promote the music. It's still up there if you want to look at it, and that's how I retained the name. It was only recently I started up the media side of things just because I can post stuff basically. That's political.
Yeah, send me the link if you've got any links. I'd like to look at them. What do I make? I must confess that when I first saw your avatar, is what they call with a fist, I thought that looks a bit Marxist. I thought, and then I thought, no, it's not. I thought it's a white fist.
Yes, exactly. That's what you have to kind of explain to people. It's a bit subtle, but it's also a bit once you get it kind of thing. It's a bit esoteric in that way. And the thing is, it's like when you think about it, it was always meant to be slightly edgy, you know, like kind of industrial. But when you think about it, industrial nations generally are what you call the Western world.
Yes.
So, or post-industrial nations. So it's kind of like the name in itself. It's almost like calling yourself the Western world without calling yourself the Western world, and it's got nations in it. I could call myself industrial nationalist, but that would just be stupid in one sense. But you know, I am industrial Alex. I don't mind what people call me. I've been called a lot worse. You know what I mean? So the thing is, like, it exists for the music, but that side of things I can just leave on the back burner. And the group on Facebook I gave to other people, and fair play to them, they had more passion about it. I lost the passion when I realised that the industrial scene, like many scenes, like whether it's punk or any subculture of music, goth is another one. It just got overrun by the left, to the point where cancel culture got in, and people who were left wing from bands were having a go at me, even though I hadn't said anything about them. And then they would have a go. They would have a go at you, supposedly what you said. You know, this rings a bell, doesn't it? Like all the infighting and nationalism. It was like worse than that because it was a small esoteric subculture of maybe goth, electronic, and there's a bit of the overlap with the alternative scene. So you're more like metal, punk, and that kind of where those three intersect. You kind of have industrial, and it was a small scene. And the trouble with small scenes is they become very cliquey, very paranoid, and very elitist quickly. And they're too small to do that. That's why I started promoting the demos. Is I see that in nationalism. I don't like it in nationalism, where we should be networking and organizing. That's the way I see it. It's the same kind of thing. Same kind of thing. Promote the small guys, promote the demos, promote when I promoted bands and their music and a gig even, people thank me for it.
You've got a diverse
model.
You've definitely got a diverse range of interests, don't you?
Yeah, people think that I only do demos, but the thing is I can look at my DVD collection, which looks like a hoarder's the hoarder's hoard, I suppose you call it, and then there's books on the shelf. You know, it's just like I have a lot of interests. I don't have a lot of hobbies, if you get the difference. But I think the way in which we can use the media is advantageous. But I think you've alluded to it. There is rules. You know, we are still under chains of YouTube or TikTok or Facebook.
Yeah.
And with the X and the Telegram, you're not reaching as many people. WhatsApp's a little different, but you can't do as much. So you're limited in more ways than one, either by what you can say or what you can do.
I agree. I'm just checking my mail a moment. You've got to excuse me, my friend.
That's what I was.
That's beautiful. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. There's a clue there in the comments. I'm going to get this and show the guys. That is beautiful. Let me save it. I'm going to save it in the root so I can get it easy, and I'll call it AAA. Stand by for the photograph, Ian. That is fabulous. I'll just close this down. I don't want to close the stream. I'm going to get an image. Lily, I posted a link if you'd like to come up. I was going to close down, but if Lily's here, we'll stay for a little bit longer. Sorry?
I said to them, get on the StreamYard.
Yeah.
Something I need to get into as well, mate, because I want to get a load more people on
Right.
StreamYard. Amelia Bond, that is great.
Uh-huh. 1 second, I've got to get this right there.
No worries, mate.
I'll remove that. Why isn't that image there? Bear with me. Try that. There it is, guys. That's Lily. She's got a Restore Britain hat on. She's become an activist. So proud of you, Lily. Lily's one of our moderators. Doesn't she look great, guys?
Yeah, it's a great cap. I like the design. It's good design of a cap.
Hang on then. What have I got on now? I can't tell. Oh, I've got my BNP. I've got so many. My wife was saying today about all my caps, and I've got more.
Oh, you like caps as well, mate?
No, it's not the caps. They all signify something different. It depends what sort of video I'm making.
Yeah, I got you, mate. Yeah.
Now,
there are a lot of hats, as they say. Yeah.
So now I've got mine on. See?
Yeah.
And if I put it there, can we do that? There you go. I got my Restore Britain hat on now. I either wear a British National Party hat because I'm proud of my time in the BNP, or I've got my Royal Navy veteran hat.
Why not?
Or I've got this hat, or sometimes I'll wear a helmet from out of the film Zulu, a white Panama hat, or an Australian bush hat. So I must have about 6 for different things.
I'll go more for your baseball caps, mate. Various bands, Rangers caps, because that's my team.
Yeah.
Who do you support, mate?
I don't support sport at all. I've never watched football.
Really? That's interesting, because I would have thought, like, of course, Big Joe Marsh is well known as the Swansea guy, isn't he?
Well, he's football, you might as well talk to me about, I don't know, quantum physics. I probably know more about quantum physics than I do about football. I've always been, since the age of 15, my interests have always been politics, poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, politics, poetry, literature, stuff like that. Never had no interest in sports.
I have noticed that amongst people in nationalist circles, they either like football or they don't. It's very, one or the other.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it from Joe's perspective or mine, there's certain teams which have certain politics. So, for example, if you go for the more notorious teams that have right-wing politics, you're looking at Rangers, you're looking at Millwall and Chelsea, especially those 3.
Yeah.
You generally have more right-wing people. The Stoke and Joe will know the Welsh team better than me. I know there's certain areas which have certain politics, but yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if it's the same in Wales, because if you go to North Wales, it's different with the language and like the support for Plaid Cymru. But in England, what you'll find is the flags go up when the football's on in England, and we see it at this World Cup. They go down as soon as England's out the World Cup or Euros or whatever.
I've got a Leeds, what do they call them? One of those woolly hats, a beanie hat. I've got a Leeds beanie hat that I was given. And some people think, oh, you support Leeds. I know absolutely nothing about Leeds. I just wear it to keep my head warm.
Yeah, it's functional rather than decorative.
Yeah. I've never been able to. When I go to the club, a lot of friends in the club and that, and they sit and talking about football, I tend to sit away from them because I just don't understand what they're talking about. I'm not interested in what they're talking about. And they've got used to me now moving down to the end of the table or the end of the room and doing my own thing. And I sometimes look at them and think, oh, I wish I was more like them. I could sit there and talk about football and mundane affairs. To me, they're mundane and boring. And think it must be nice to not have a clue about what's happening in the world.
But you know what the old phrase is? It's like bread and circuses.
Yeah.
It's if you're political and have the philosophy of a political soldier, it's like football for some people is their life, it's their passion. For me, it's like, yes, I do support teams, but I'm half in and half out. Like it's kind of like a bit like we all have like esoteric language and terms like that we all use and memes. It's like a meme, and there's a certain football teams that will have that and be notorious for it. So like Rangers obviously has a loyalist scene which kind of accompanies the British nationalist scene.
Yes.
And I always thought, like, with the BNP, they and this is no criticism of Kenny Smith, they really didn't get into the Northern Ireland and loyalist scene as much as they could have done, but that was already claimed by the likes of the DUP and the UUP in Northern Ireland and the PUP. It was always difficult to. You could speak the same language, but it would always come down to we got to keep Sinn Féin out. If you get what I'm saying, or you probably have it where you have to keep Plaid out, or you have to keep the left would keep the Tories out. You know what I mean? So it's the same on the left because they maybe they're more left of Labour, but they want to keep, for example, the Tories out. And they would say like, "Oh, I have to vote for this party because I want to keep the SNP out." You get what I'm saying? And,
I do.
It's still the same, but it's breaking up now with Reform and Restore and with the Greens on the left. That people are kind of getting to the point where they're now the three main parties aren't doing it for them, and of course the devolved parties, as I call them, in Wales, Northern Ireland, and of course Scotland, which Scotland seems to be the strongest in both terms of absolute numbers and overall control of the parliament. Even with the corruption, with John Swinney apologises, but you look at what's going on with Nicola Sturgeon, people are saying, come on, she had to know. I can't say categorically she did, but I mean, there were clues, shall we say.
Yeah, I think they were as well. But sorry, Kenny, not even for you, mate. I respect you a lot, as you know, but absolutely no way can I talk to anyone about football. I'd rather talk to them about whether they've got piles. That'd probably be more interesting because there's a medical.
Rather talk about Agnesol rather than soccer. It is one of those things because it's horses for courses, mate.
Yeah. Oh, there. Come off it, Lily. Have you met Lily Ian?
That's I don't think so. I think I might have met Murtley somewhere, but it's one of those names that there might be someone with similar picture or name.
Yeah. Lily is just a flirt. If it's a fella, she's got I mean, the first time I spoke to her, she hit on me all night. Let's see if we can get her up here for a laugh. Lily, you going to come up? I'm going to post a link. Come on, Lily.
Come on, StreamYard it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, out of everyone that's been on tonight, I know Joe, and I talked to Joe the most because I met him in Warwick, and I'm a big guy and Joe's a big guy. You look behind you and like, is this guy coming to the demo? You don't want to trip up on yourself and ask the wrong guy. And he's like, yeah, I'm coming to the demo. And I'm like, got talking to Joe that way rather than through Telegram. So I actually met him in person first. And of course I saw him at Nuneaton as well. So yeah, I always get on with Joe. And he told a certain auditor where to go that had been upsetting him. And, he tried to kind of sabotage his demos in Wales. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you how to exert pressure against a woman. Okay, guys, I'll be closing down the stream in approximately 2 minutes. I might have kept it open, played a few more songs if Lily had come up and just said hello to our guest. But if she can't do it, there's no point in staying, is there? you want to try and put some pressure on it, guys?
You're going for the closed sale, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I am. You've got to try it. Come on, Lily. Come on. I know I can't take no for an answer. And when you girls say no, I mean you sometimes mean yes. You just need to be persuaded. Know what I mean, Lily? Come on, girl. Come on up. Please. We've got a new guest, yeah? It's his first time on our channel. He was good enough to come up.
Yeah, you're talking about retro TV. You're right, Lily. How's it going? Love?
There she is, Lily.
Man, you got me.
Again. I had you the first time we met. I had you the first time we met. I knew we'd be a couple. Yeah. How you doing, Lily? So proud of you, girl. So proud of you. I love you in your hat. I put my hat on just for you.
Thank you. I'm loving our guest as well. Thank you.
Well, introduce each other. This is Lily. There you go. All right. Yeah, I got it. Oh, there we go. We got it. We do all the gang signs now, is it?
Gang signs.
Okay, say hello to each other.
How you doing, love? You all right?
I'm all right, you?
Yeah, not too bad. I know Green Arrow through Joe, because Joe said, "Oh, I'm doing this interview with my mate Paul, so like, come on, watch it." And I said to him, "Well, I'll be late because I finished work at 4:30, and I'd watch it. So I need to watch like the first 2 hours of the show from earlier, because like it's just like people are like, oh, I know Joe. I'm like, how the hell do you know Joe? I'm like, oh yeah, I know him from X, I know him from Y, you know." So they know him like longer time than me. I'm like, oh, how the hell do I not know Joe? But it's always the way. If you don't know, you don't know. You don't ask, you don't know. As well, you know. There's people out there.
Well,
To me,
we're happy to have you here. We're loving getting nice new members in and building up a lovely crowd. We've already got a lovely crowd anyway, but we want more and more.
To me, it's about networking. So for me, like, there's a lot of protests going on, but what's going on is people are saying, I didn't hear about that protest, otherwise I would have gone. And like, the auditors are not doing their job. They promote themselves and they promote the demo after the fact it's been and gone. And I've asked them to do it and they won't do it. Oh, I don't want to give away where I am. So it comes down to the people who are running it to organize it, the people to go, but there still is a lack of like networking and promotion, which I think is going to require some kind of drastic action. I might even do my own live where, or a section, if Green Arrow let me, where I just give them a load of protests.
We need all these ideas, you know, like the more things we can do to help restore, the better.
Yeah, it's literally like, I get the posters, it's a bit like advertising. And it used to be a lot better when I think it was called the Great British National Protest. You could send them the details and they would give you a poster in this kind of nice format of like a red and Union Jack. And I think it's a guy called Donaldson was doing it, but then he changed the name to Strike and he stopped doing the posters for people and he stopped advertising. That was when he was most effective last year, is when he was doing the posters. You literally could send a poster and he would do his own format of the poster, or you give him the details and he would format that into a poster for you. And the thing is, what you got is people who can do YouTube. You've got people who can design posters. You've got people who want to distribute posters.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need all of that, you know. The more help that we've got on that score, the better.
So I was seeing like a gap in the market, as it were. It's a thankless task for some people. You know, you get the thanks off the organisers and whatnot. So that's why I started a little Facebook group. I think I got over 200 now, but it's only recently I got up to 200. I think I've done it for a few months now. I just called it Midlands Patriots / Protesters. So they knew it was Patriots, they knew it was in the Midlands, and they knew it was for protests. the thing is, then I thought, well, hang a second. If I can do this in the Midlands, why can't I then do it in 2 ways? I went down as in the area. So I did a staffs group, and I've recently done a Leicestershire group, which I was talking to Kev about. And then I did a UK wide one, but the UK wide one hasn't taken off as much as the Midlands one, because we would put like, we put like the Wrexham protest on for Sam. And there was others like Gloucestershire, Bristol, there's some in Kent, Norwich. We even put like Scotland protests on for a group called Unite the Clans, UTC, not UTK, UTC. And what I call now is, it's a form of what you might call headhunting. It's networking, where you can either headhunt the people who are doing the demos to get the posters, or you headhunt the people that could go to demos. So when you headhunt in people who do the demos, you've got to find out where the posters are coming from. And then if you want to headhunt potential activists or protesters, it's like either you have to do it through mutuals on Facebook, or certain comment sections, say on TikTok or indeed YouTube, you can find as well. Generally, what you'll find is, if you have mutual, say you have 100 friends with someone on Facebook, and they're in a certain area. So say like there's someone with, say, 98 friends mutual with you on Facebook, and they're in like an area of Leicestershire. Let's go for, I don't know, Hinckley. So if you were doing a demo in Leicester itself, you know that Hinckley is right by Leicester. So you do it that way. And you literally have to look for an area. So you go town by town, looking where people are, see if you've got any mutuals with these people, and literally headhunt the people. I'm in a position where I could just look at my friends list, which is nearing 5k, and literally put in the name of a place and then just go down all the people that live in that place. Say if it was Leicester, it would be Leicester. Then you go to the little towns, like, not little towns, but Loughborough, Hinckley, Melton Mowbray, for example.
Yeah,
just using what you've got already.
Yeah. Lily, how long have you been watching the show tonight? What time did you come into the show?
I had to go for a couple of hours because I had stuff to do. So I was in earlier, and then I left, and I'm back.
Right. Did you listen to the conversation Ian and I were having about old TV series?
No, I must have missed that, Paul.
Well, seriously, Lily, when you get a chance, if a bit of time, reload the stream, and then go to where Industrial Nations and I start talking about old TV series. I think you'd really enjoy it. I'm going to play back tomorrow. Listen, do you want to see what I've got? It's electric. It's electric powered. Oh, it's quite big. Can you guess what it is? What's that?
I think you told me what it was, but it looks completely different.
No,
it doesn't. No, it doesn't vibrate.
Is it to do with the Starlink?
No.
I'll give you a clue. It's thick, and most of them are, because he's probably got a good charge on that one. Oh shit! I've given it away.
Yeah.
Is it a CB radio?
No, it's
what gave it away?
A satellite phone.
It's a battery pack.
Yeah. What more is it, mate? That's looking like at least 20, mate. It looks like a big one, mate.
It is a big one. It's almost as big as mine. But it's 250. What is it?
No way.
It is 25k.
What power does that?
It's got. I can charge 4 devices.
That's a 50. To give you an idea about what he's got.
It's what's it say?
I've got a massive one that's like really heavy. It's a heavy unit, but I use it when I go camping.
Yeah, I know the kind you mean. They're like portable, the size of generators.
Yeah, it's a Jackery.
25,000. 25,000.
That's 25 MAR, yeah.
Yeah.
25k MAR, because of course you can cancel out the K and the M. So it's you can do it 50 amp hours or 25k. That's a 50. So that'll be double yours, mate. But the thing is, I get them from Temu, and you got to watch the electronics on them because one, they can blow up, and two, was that eBay? Watch out for dodgy electronics. This one's not too bad. I think I paid about 15 quid.
This one is about 60 quid.
Oh, that's right. Would you get it on Amazon?
It's an anchor. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's good. It's got a little lanyard thing. One of mine had one of them.
That's good.
No, it's not a lanyard. You think it's a lanyard?
Not a lanyard, but you got a ribbon so you can put it on like your keys or whatever, But that's a 50k.
Right.
So that's 50. It's
Right. So this year is it's a C on the top, expandable. So there's one there. Clicks down, and this one is another C. It's got 2 C's.
Oh, that's good. It's got the little pull-out wires. That's good.
Yeah, it's clever.
Pull-out wires, and it can charge up to 3 laptops at the same time. It's and that way
you go camping now, then, Paul.
Well, it's when I go to Southampton on Sunday.
You are going? Yeah, mate was asking me about that. If you see one of my mates, he's from Leicester. I'll put you in touch with him.
Okay, yeah, drop the email.
Because I'm trying to get him to come to Leicester.
I'm going with the boys, some boys from about 10 miles away. I've never met them.
Welsh guy, yeah?
Yeah, George, yeah. So I'll be going with George and some boys I've never met. Should be a fun day. And if their devices need charging, well, the Green Arrow's got everything.
Oh, you'll be someone's best friend, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure I will be. It's going to be good. I'll help them to pay for their petrol expenses. Yeah, and I'll send you the images, Lily.
GA, are you going? Is Joe Marsh going? Big Joe going?
You got my email now, so you can send them to me.
Yes, I can. Don't go there. The days of flirting are over. We know the rules now, Lily, right? You know what? Because Kirsty's not here doesn't mean to say I can forget it that easy, okay? Not even for you. Not even for you. Anyhow, go on. I'm going to have to close down because I've got to do some work on the channel, Lily, before I go to bed.
Well, I'm off to bed now anyway, guys. So I'm saying night-night, and I'll come back on again tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll try.
You guys have got some really good ideas, and I'm loving it. So,
are you on Facebook? Yeah.
To be honest with you, at the moment I'm having issues with the sound, and I'm getting like playback. Where I can hear. I can't understand what's happening.
Are you on Facebook?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. If you add, I'm Alex Eversfield. It's the one with the cat with the pancake mask.
Okay.
What I'm doing is like. I'm just posting all the demos.
Yeah,
it is centered on Midlands. But if Big Joe or Green Arrow said to me, "Can you post this one for Swansea or Cardiff?" Of course, I'd post it, even though it says Midlands, because it is. There is a favoritism towards people I like that are not necessarily in the Midlands.
Right.
That I'll post their demos because basically I have no problem. It's a strange fact that some people I know in Wolverhampton are actually closer to Wrexham than they are Nottingham, but they'll go Nottingham demos and they'll go.
My brother lives in Llangollen, so he's like right next to Wrexham.
Ah.
Where? Sorry, love.
Llangollen.
Well, sorry, I didn't quite get that one.
It's near Wrexham. It's it's near Trevor.
Quite near the border, not far Chester, yeah?
Yeah, right, yeah, that's right. It's beautiful. It's a touristy little village.
Yeah. Did you say Llangollen?
It's spelled Llangollen.
Yes.
But it's pronounced Llangollen.
Gotcha, yeah, I'm with you now.
Llangollen. Paul can do it better than me.
Yeah, I can't always do the.
I can't. I'm hopeless.
Almost, it's like always gets me. It's like I can do one, but not two in a word. If you get what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry, I will be closing down.
I'll probably see you tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow, GA?
Sorry, mate.
What time are you on tomorrow, GA?
We go online at, we do 1 hour in the morning, 8 till 9, and then we're on again in the evening at 8 p.m.
8 onwards, yeah, at night. Yeah, I won't be able to make 8 till 9 in the morning, but I'll try and make it 8 tomorrow, yeah? I'll try and get a few people in as well, mate.
Well, it'd be wonderful. Yeah, we
Yeah,
always like to meet new
there's a
people.
few people that are asking about Sunday. There's a few people that obviously might want to. I'll try and get you some protest posters as well because they're coming up. I know there's a Wrexham one coming up the first weekend of June, but
okay. Let me know anything.
I will do, mate. I'll try and get you as much as possible, mate.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you think I should push it and promote it, just put that in the...
there's a lot, mate, but you know what I mean? Don't overdo yourself because I know how much effort it takes, mate.
Yeah.
I might do a little, there's some on my YouTube, but it's like you have to go through TikTok because it's easier to do a video on TikTok and then download the video because it uploads and downloads automatically, then stick it through YouTube. I find that's the best way of doing things, even though I don't think TikTok gets that many people, but I'm starting from scratch again with the YouTube.
Well, we're here to assist if we can.
No, I appreciate that, mate. And hopefully 13th of June, mate, I'll see you in Leicester, mate.
Yes.
Get a few in, yeah. Even if you can't make the demo afterwards, because, you know, you need to get back to Wales, mate.
I don't have to get anywhere. I'm really flexible. I am.
There, Dewsbury's his own man, isn't
he? I'm not as flexible as Lily, though, am I? Good night, Lily. Okay, I'm going to play one more thing. Do you want to sit down now, Ian, while I wind it?
Oh, I'm sat down. Don't worry, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You take care, mate. Anyway, thanks a lot.
No, and thank you for coming on and telling
us.
Yeah,
you're more than welcome. Thanks for the invite, mate. I'll see you tomorrow, mate, and I'll listen to the last song, mate.
Okay, absolutely brilliant. Really
take care, mate. All the best.
Really enjoyed our conversation. It's nice to talk to someone who's interested in the same sort of things. Okay, thank you, Ian.
Take care, mate. All the best.
Okay, last song, guys. Now, what do we do, though? Do we go for one of our 50th songs? Or do we go for a banging Ulster song? I really don't know. I don't know. We've had that song. I honestly don't know what song's going to come next, but whatever it is, it's the last one, guys. Oh.
By the moonlight blue, do-up. Hear me say, I'll come home to you someday.
Say your goodnights, guys.
Midnight's leaning on the avenue. My suitcase waiting by my shoe. Uncle Sam is calling me to learn the march and wear the green. I held your hand beneath the stair, your ribbon shining in your hair. I said, my darling, please be strong, but don't turn that bedroom light on. 'Cause if I see that a window glow, I might not have the heart to go. Just watch me from the dark, sweetheart, and keep my picture near your heart. Don't turn the light on at midnight when the bus rolls down the line. Wait from the shadows, my baby, and I'll keep your love with mine. Don't let the lamp say goodbye now. Let the moonlight do it right. I'll be back when my training's through. Don't turn the light on tonight. You stood upstairs so still and small, with my photograph against your shawl. The street lamp painted silver rain on the depot window pane. I saw your hand begin to rise, a trembling star beneath the skies. I climbed aboard the driver's side and the wheels began to cry. I pressed my palm against the glass, praying this pain would hurry past. You waved until I slipped from view, and all my dreams stayed there with you. Don't turn the light on at midnight when the bus rolls down the line. Wait from the shadows, my baby, and I'll keep your love with mine. Don't let that lamp say goodbye now. Let the moonlight do it right. I'll be back when my train is through. Don't turn the light on tonight. At Rosie's Diner, booth for two, you dropped a nickel like we used to do. The jukebox hummed our favorite tune, and you danced alone beneath the moon. Sha-la-la, you held my friend. Do I whispered out my name? Every month, every lonely day, that old song helped you wait. Letters came with army stamps, dusty boots and training camps. I wrote my love, don't cry too long. I hear our jukebox in every song. And summer folded into fall, leaves went dancing by your wall. One bright morning, skies turned blue, and that Greyhound brought me home to you. Now turn the light on at sunrise, let it shine across the room. I'm stepping off with open arms, and my heart is marching home to you. Turn every lamp on, my baby, let the whole street see it bright. I came back like I promised you. After all those lonely nights. Do-a. Midnight's gone. Sha-la-la. We made it on. Do-a. Love stayed true. I came marching home to you. Ooh, sha-la-la, the evening glow, down where the river rolls. Whoa, sha-la-la, whoa, sha.
I'm always doing that. Okay, guys, time to say goodnight. Good night, John Boy. Yeah. Good night, Dan. Good night, Industrial. Good night, English Lass. Good night, John Boy. Okay, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. Stay safe, stay strong, aim high, vote low, restore Britain. See you at 8 a.m. Love you, Rat Lily.